Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Fibrous Farm. I meant to change Chloe's outfit on the starting screen. Oh, pardon me. Oh my gosh. Need to hydrate early on here. I meant to change her outfit on the starting screen between streams, but I just, kind of forgot and lost the time and all that stuff. It's been a busy couple days, so hopefully you'll forgive me. I will make sure to have it ready for next time. For now, we can just admire her in her usual garb here. Happy to see you all around. My apologies for the lack of a stream yesterday. I needed to take a mental health day. On that note, I will say a huge thank you to everyone who showed an amazing outpouring of, support and just kindness in general when I posted about needing the day off for mental health. I never expected any less from the best community on YouTube here, but it was still just very heartwarming to see that everyone was so supportive and nice, and just, yeah, it really made my day, so thank you all so much for that. I'm back, batteries recharged, and ready to collect more fiber today. We have a poll going right now. Will we get the living hat today? 64% of chatters currently believe the living hat is in the cards today. That's some exclamation point optimism for you, and I appreciate it. A mental health day is very important. It's so true. I feel like it should be worked into more work environments to have official mental health days, kind of like how you have vacation days and stuff. I think it just makes sense, honestly. No worries, they haven't been in the last few streams. Young Tuna Boy, just happy to have you here at any point. By the way, speaking of commands and stuff, we do have, I've updated a few of the commands in Nightbot, as well as I added exclamation point fiber, in case you want a current fiber count. It's not going to update live, it's just going to be however much we had at the start of the stream. As you can see in the bottom right corner right now, it is 364. That includes fiber sold, fiber on hand, and fiber used to craft things. That's all the fiber that we've collected in our first stream. Not a whole lot. 364 is pretty small potatoes compared to what we're going to need, but hey, you know what? It's a start. It'll get faster and more productive as time goes on, don't you worry. No worries, Autumn. Happy to have you here. Hello, Allie. Hello, Karita, J Nuggets, just looking at all the familiar faces. Alright. Oh man, where'd the time go? It's already 12:01, what the heck? I should be getting into the game here, but we still have some fan art to go over first. So, exclamation point help. There is no exclamation point help. There's exclamation point FAQ, which is still the price perfection FAQ, but maybe I'll update that at some point. Before we get into things though, let's go over a little bit of fan art, starting with this lovely piece from Aruz B, resident artist of the channel, who made the arts for the member emojis. This is just a reference sheet for Chloe, but it's still such a beautiful interpretation of her that I couldn't not include it here. Even the reference sheet is just, chef's kiss is beautiful. That's Chloe right there, and there will be no mistake as to whether or not that's Chloe. Thank you, Aruz B, for that. If you need a reference sheet as well, if you're making your own fan art, that's going to be in the Discord. You can definitely check that out. Exclamation point Discord. We also have another piece of fan art here. This one from Cecilia Puff over on Instagram, also known as Dead Leaves in the Discord, I believe. This came around yesterday when I was taking my mental health day, and I was not in the best mental space, and it was absolutely just it melted me. I was on the verge of tears just looking at this, because it's so sweet and cute. It's really nice. There's also a version without the text on it on the Discord if you want to have a look at that. It's just yeah. And it's so true, for you, because you're epic. Because you are epic. It's a real prismatic shard, trust me. It's not just a painted rock, it's a real prismatic shard. You can just look at it and tell how real that prismatic shard is. Thank you so much to, thank you very much to Cecilia Puff / Dead Leaves for the art here, as well as to all the other fan artists who have shared fan art over the months. It's been just amazing to see all your talents on display. If you'd like to share your own fan art, !Discord, or there's a link to the Discord in the description. There's a fan art channel there where you can send it to me. Let me know how you want to be credited, if you want to be credited. If you want to stay anonymous, you can also just DM it to me on Discord or on Twitter at ArgonMatrix. My DMs are always open. Alright. Let's get into things now, huh? You thought it was a rainbow mushroom at first? I could see that. Has it really been months? I mean, we've started streaming back on January 2nd, I think was the first day. Or maybe no, it wasn't January 1st. I think it was January 2nd for the first day of the Price of Perfection. Alright, let's get into it, shall we? Let me load up Fibrous Farm here and then bring you all along for the ride. I forgot how cute Chloe is in her new outfit. I actually really like this new outfit that we decided on at the start of the challenge here. Alright, oh, hold on, I have to check something. Oh, no, okay, we're good. I wanted to make sure that I didn't have any, like, mods in here, because I sometimes have, like, CJB cheats mods in order to facilitate certain things. But not during challenges, never during streams or anything like that. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't accidentally leave those turned on or something. Alright. Black screen time, there we go. Yo, Autumn, oh my goodness, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. Very generous, thank you. I don't usually donate, but I wanted to thank you for being such an inspiration to me and others. I haven't finished my art in so long, but you and this community really inspire me to create. I'm very happy to hear that, Autumn. I'm happy to be an inspiration in any capacity. Lots of Argon love to you, and thank you so much for being an awesome member of the community. Alright. Let's do this, shall we? So we have 3 gold to our name right now, which is, you know, not great. My music is up. I just want to make sure because I didn't hear any music. It's not a great place to be. I'm not going to lie. We don't have a lot of gold. Our fiber supplies are, you know, it's all right. That's like 113 gold in reserve. There's the blessed fiber that we do not touch. I also need to go through my rounds of this to try and get more gold quality parsnips. Try and, you know, cheese the system a little bit. Because these get re-rolled, the quality for them gets re-rolled every day, and if I have a full inventory other than the gold quality parsnips, then there's a chance that they will, that I can just pick them for gold quality, otherwise we just wait until tomorrow and try and get 5 for the bundle. Speaking of which, let's look at our bundles. Spring crops bundle, we gotta be close to that one. What's left growing? We still need a cauliflower and the green bean, but that should be fine. That should be more than doable today. We have, oh, the fish farmers bundle, I forgot that existed. That's gonna be a tough one just to get the money for the fish pond, honestly. Brewer's bundle, that'll come in time. That's not so bad because we can like craft all the kegs and stuff that we need for that. And then just all the various crop bundles. We have the fish tank. I could go fishing. I need to do some of this fishing. Don't let me forget about the fishing, chat. Which of these fish are only available in spring? I know the catfish is available, like I could get it spring or fall. Or winter in some places, I think. The shad, the tiger trout. I'll definitely need to do some of this fishing before long. Like these specialty fish, I'm not too concerned about. These are basically any time. Well, the puffer fish is not any time. It's like very specific time actually. So we need to be on top of that one. Sardine. I think sardine might be a spring fish, but otherwise I don't think. You think tiger trout is spring? Largemouth bass, these are not so bad. I don't think sturgeon can be caught in spring, but everything else here can. So we can do that. Eel can be caught in spring, but only at night, obviously. Bream, I think, as well. Walleye, I don't think can. It's all over the place. Amber, thank you for the €5 super chat. A bit of change for you before I go and lurk and do something awfully similar. Hey, best of luck to you, Amber, and whatever your pursuits are. Thank you very much for the generosity. That's awesome. Alright. But, I mean, before we worry about any of that fishing or anything, there's still time in spring, so I'm not super concerned about that. Maybe I'll wait for a rainy day so that I can go get the catfish. Let's have a look. Well, actually, maybe we will fish today, depending on the luck situation. Because we only really want to go to the mines during a lucky day in order to get as deep as possible. Yeah, that's not so great, but luck does not affect fish quality here. So we might as well go do a little fishing just to clear that out of the way. Is there anything else that I should be, like, concerning myself with right now? Maybe I should make some furnaces and stuff. I do have a lot of copper ore and stone, so I could probably make, like, a few furnaces here at least. Yeah, 4 furnaces, you know what? That's a good start. Journal updated. It's not a quest we get money for, so that's alright. Alright, now the question is, where do I put furnaces? I used to, like, during the Price of Perfection, I had, like, a little section over here for furnaces. I don't know what I want to do. I think I'll just put them in the house for now, and we can always rearrange it later. Of course, that's what I always say, right? And then things just never get rearranged. But this one, I think I probably will, because I don't like having furnaces in my house. But if I don't have a great idea or layout for them right now, I think that's totally fine. Periwinkles produce fiber. Return of the periwinkle pond, of the winkle pond. Is that true? Do periwinkles actually produce fiber? Hold on, I need to... This is intel that I was not privy to. Let me look this up. Stardew Wiki, the platypus. No, periwinkle. Perry the winkle. Produce. Periwinkles produce raw trash, green algae, driftwood, broken glasses, broken CD, soggy newspaper, mixed seeds, and mountain warp totems. I do not see fiber in this list. So maybe, unless the wiki is wrong, which it's been known to be wrong sometimes, so you never know, I guess. Early game Chloe's besties with periwinkles. I'm not opposed to a periwinkle fish pond by any stretch of the imagination. What do we got here? Granny Evelyn. Most crops only grow in one season. Thank you, Granny Evelyn, for the sage advice. Let's go fishing. We haven't had any good fishing content in a good while. And I'm down to do a little fishing on the side here for community center purposes, as well as, you know, just for good vibes in general. Get a little forage to boot. Oh, it's salmonberry season. I totally forgot about salmonberry season. Maybe we should go collect salmonberries today first, before anything else. This is like really loud in my headphones. Let me know if it's too loud on the stream, but I think I just turned my headphones up. Oh, the poll. Thank you, Allie. Thank you, Alyssa. 66% believe that we will find the living hat today. 67% now. Thank you for the optimism, y'all. I will do my best. And by my best, I mean I'll, you know, casually collect some fiber on the side. Even though it's Fibrous farm. Yeah, I think we go collect a bunch of salmon berries. They're good. They're a good food source early on. Because we can get just, like, so many of them. That I think it just makes sense. Okay, we're gonna go deposit all this. The clay goes in its own little nook over here. And let's just head down to the Cindersap Forest. Or Cinder Snap, as some people like to say. People who are, you know, who like to be wrong. Thumbs up if you call it the Cinder Snap Forest, even though you know it's not the Cinder Snap Forest. Thumbs down if no. It's got a catchy ring to it. I can't deny that. It makes me think of Ginger Snaps, which, you know, is never a bad thing, honestly. Music is fine, thank you. But it's definitely Cinder Sap. Cinder Sap makes more sense. Cinder Snap sounds more, dare I say, snappy. Get a little more fiber here as well. I don't have my scythe on me, so it's, you know, might be smaller yields. I don't think that's actually how it works, but it kind of feels like that's how it works. Some people do call it the Cinder Snap Forest. That's the Shawnee Do effect right there, I'll tell you that. He's the only person that I know that calls the Cinder Sap Forest by the Cinder Snap Forest. He just loves, like, being a little gremlin sometimes. He calls, like, the Cinder Sap Forest Cinder Snap, and he calls the Skull Caverns the Skeleton Caverns. Like, what's that guy's deal? He knows he's wrong, and he's still... I mean, I would probably, you know, also do the same thing if it caught on. I appreciate a good spicy meme every now and again. What's a ginger snap? I actually, you know, don't really know. I think I've eaten them once in my life. And I'm not a huge fan of ginger, hilariously enough, because I am a ginger. But it's, I think they're like a holiday type food, right? Like it's a holiday cookie, yeah. Say hi to the Hat Mouse. Is the Hat Mouse available yet? I don't think I've gotten any achievements. I don't think he'll be here yet. could be wrong. There could be an achievement that I've gotten that I'm just not thinking of. I could always like go catch 10 fish for an achievement, and that'll open them up. Yeah, he's not here yet. Don't worry, Hatmouse will arrive in time. Everyone's favorite recurring character, Hatmouse. Would not be a Chloe challenge, a Chloe-based challenge without Hatmouse and Timbeeb. Has Timbeeb arrived yet? I don't think Timbeeb. I think Timbeeb like won't arrive until like a little while later than he otherwise would. Because isn't the like cutscene when you get your pet? That's tied to when you like how much money you make. So, yikes. You have a bag of ginger snaps in your kitchen? That sounds awesome. Is it just like on the counter? How many of you guys in chat have had like actual cookie jars? Like anytime I have cookies in the house, I always just like have them in the packaging. Or if they're like baked, I'll have them on like a little like tray covered in saran wrap, like a plate or something. But an actual cookie jar, I have seldom seen a cookie jar in the wild. What a productive trip. We got 1 fiber, but 82 salmon berries so far. These salmon berries will subsist us for a little while, hopefully. In the drawer, safe and sound. Hello, Haley. She's too involved with her camera. I can respect that. Now you want one. Get the dog during spring. Yeah, I think there's like a limit to the amount of time that it can take for your pet to show up. So we should be fine, even if we don't make a ton of money early on. You have ones that you baked last night in a container, but we own a cookie jar. It's your grandma's. We just don't use it. Just an ornamental cookie jar. That's kind of cool. Hand axe. I guess I will toss these. Oh gosh, what do I toss here? I mean, the mixed seeds are important. I think we go ahead and toss like these 3 spring onions here. I mean, I could have just thrown them on the ground and come back for them, but that's a lot of effort for some spring onions that I'm probably not going to end up using too much anyway. Just barely caught that salmon berry. Chloe's fingers like grazed the surface of the water as she tried to grab that. You have one shaped like a camper RV. Ooh, I like that. That's a cozy vibe. You will still name the dog Timbeeb, right? I think like half of chat would leave if I didn't name the dog Timbeeb. I think Timbeeb is too entrenched in our community around here that if I like decided all of a sudden I'm just gonna name this dog Rover, then people would be like, what the hell? Unsubscribe, dislike, canceled. And rightfully so, honestly. I could not blame them. Is there fiber back here? There is fiber back here. I can't access it though because there's wood in the way and I didn't bring my axe. Okay, well, that's the forbidden fiber of Joja. Don't let me forget to come back for it at some point. Timbeeb is love, Timbeeb is life. Name it Tubeeb because it's a sequel to Timbeeb. I mean, Timbeeb and Chloe, they exist in multiple timelines. They are, you know, multiverse travelers. I think there's only one Timbeeb, and he just, you know, he takes a little while longer than Chloe to get to each subsequent timeline. It's just the way things go. We need a Timbeeb command. What would it say? Woof woof. Where we could go, you know, fully meta and be like, the Timbeeb command is just an advertisement for the real Timbeebs at Tim Hortons, which I still have yet to try. You have a jar with shortbread in it. Shortbread, low-key, maybe the most underrated bread type. Well, shortbread's not a bread, it's a cookie, but they call it shortbread, so there's an easy mistake to be made there. Thank you for the salmon berries, Mr. Squirrel. Or was it a monkey? Or was it a rabbit, maybe? I actually might have been a rabbit. Neither nor. Moment of respect for the OG Chloe pet Garfield. So we got a long-time viewer on him. I respect that. Garfield was the very first. Maybe Garfield will make a comeback one of these days, but I don't know. Garfield's, you know, original owners might be a little too litigious for that. An old family recipe for shortbread. Man, I haven't had shortbread in so long. I only ever have shortbread around the holidays. There are some foods that just taste better at winter time, at like Christmas time and stuff. And not just by virtue of being hot. Like, obviously there's hot chocolate and that sort of thing. But some foods are just so deeply rooted in that holiday culture that it feels wrong to eat them at any other time. Like, if you have a shortbread cookie shaped like a Christmas tree in July, don't even talk to me. Okay, I won't take it that far, but it's a little, you have to admit it's a little bizarre. What is shortbread? Couldn't even tell you. I don't know what the composition of shortbread entails. Why does it feel like I'm more zoomed out than I normally am? Like by a tiny bit. 95% zoom level? How did that happen? Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of fishing. I can probably catch a bream. I don't think well, maybe I can catch a sunfish. I don't know if, well, sunfish are probably like only early afternoon, I would guess, but let's at least try to catch a bream or something. Eating shortbread cookies in any other season than winter is psychotic. It could be that, like, they're mostly only available in those seasons, so it just kind of makes sense. Like, most stores are not going to sell shortbread cookies during the summer. So unless you make them yourself, you're probably not going to have access to them regardless. And that's how they trick you. Little smallmouth bass. Is this the Joja route or not? This is not going to be the Joja route because that's too expensive. There's like three or four times more fiber to collect for the Joja route, and I just don't know if I have that kind of energy in me to collect that much ridiculous amount of fiber. I should have gone for that treasure chest probably, but there's the bream at the very least. Make some good use of these bubbles. Okay, hold on. Get the treasure chest. We're good. Gonna say this is another smallmouth bass, or maybe another bream. Yeah. These are only good for food, by the way. What the heck? 2 lost books, 7 rice shoots, and mixed seeds? That's like the most powerful treasure chest of all time. I feel like I've never seen a treasure chest with 4 items in it. 2 of which were mixed, not mixed, I almost said mixed books. Lost books. Shortbread is common all year round in the UK. Yeah, but you guys, like, do things weird in the UK. Like, you have foods that don't exist, period, but they somehow exist in the UK. Like, I feel like over here, I mean, this is very, you know, Americentric or Canada-centric. Over here, we have, like, normal foods that are named normal things. Over in Europe, you guys have weird, like, I don't know, you got, like, jelly babies, you got, like gooseberry fool. You got all sorts of, like, where do you come up with the names of some of these things? What are we expecting to be the most difficult items to get? I mean, the more expensive something is, the more difficult it's going to be to get by a long shot. That's really the only limiting factor of this challenge, is just how much money you can make from fiber, which is not a lot. At least not until we get fiber seeds. Then we might be able to ramp up production just a little bit. But until then, it's going to be tough going, I think. I don't think I watered my crops today. I should probably go do that when I get home. What are your opinion on pogos? Do you mean like the corn dog? I like them. I only like them in moderation, though. I only have them every so often. Is the goal of this challenge to finish the community center? It is, yes. I'm gonna head home here. It's enough fishing for one day. We're just catching the same 2 fish anyway, so. Look at some German snack names if you want to laugh or just to be confused. I mean, you can have a fun time just looking up snack names from just about any culture, honestly. I poked a little fun there at the UK and just Europe in general, but hello, slime. I forgot that there were monsters on the spawning on the farm here. But I mean, you can go all over the world, and I don't have any great examples because I didn't do my research beforehand, but there are definitely strangely named foods all over the world. Probably here too. I'm just like accustomed to them. I'm trying to think, is there a food in Canada that has like a weird name? I mean, I guess I don't really know where the name poutine comes from, but that's just kind of what it's called, so. You could say that about so many different foods, though. Wild wilderness farm superiority. Amen. It was my first farm type. How could it be wrong? Oh, I forgot to turn in those, like the ancient seed and the dwarf scroll and stuff here. I'll have to do that tomorrow. Alright, I don't need to water these parsnips. I think we're good to just go to bed here. Call it. Level 1 fishing. Nanaimo bars in Canada. Spreading weeds have caused damage, yes! Alright. How many weeds do you think that is? Probably just 1. Spirits are in good humor. I think that's good enough to go down to the mines today. It's not quite star drop luck, but it's gonna be close enough for me. Okay, I need the scythe. I need... what else do I need here? I'm gonna need some wood to replace the pathing. Dear neighbor, I hope you're feeling settled in your new home. I am writing to let you know that Pierre's store is now selling fertilizers. Why don't you swing by to see if you can afford a few dozen boxes or so? This message was not AI generated, I swear. All right, oh, let's harvest these parsnips as well. Potentially, anyway. Let's see. All right, parsnip time. That's 1 more parsnip. Okay, we only need 1 singular solitary gold quality parsnip to get that section of the quality crops bundle done, which is very nice to see. Yay for farm damage. Pierre is the worst. I feel like he very consistently ranks at the bottom of people's like tier lists and stuff. Man, no fiber. That's okay. Another path, please. Here you go. Brain damage letter. I don't know. I feel like Pierre probably wrote that when he was, he like just immediately woke up, didn't have his coffee yet, but he felt the urge to, like the urge to sell his goods and peddle his wares and solicit me personally was just too strong that he had to get it out of the way first and foremost before anything else. All right, I'm grabbing, where did I put my salmon berries? They're in here for some reason. Nobody knows why. All right, salmon berries. I think we just head to the mines now. Get an early start. And try and get as deep as I possibly can here. It's going to be rough when we get deeper in the mines because I'm not going to be able to afford a pickaxe upgrade without farming a significant amount of fiber. That's just kind of the way it goes. I could harvest more salmon berries. I could go on another salmon berry search. But maybe I will... maybe I can do that after I do the mines. Doesn't have to be an either-or situation, but I feel like I'd rather... I've not come to ridicule you, Linus. Don't be so presumptive. You should make a villager tier list. I did do that, actually, during the Price of Perfection at some point. It was kind of a scuffed tier list, I'm not gonna lie, but I could always revisit it. Who is George? You genuinely forget. He is Evelyn's husband. The old guy in the wheelchair. Probably the most accurate description, if I had to say. You're now in everyone's favorite level of the mines, or favorite section of the mines, the dark section. Why is this such, like, a ubiquitous trope in so many games of having like a dark area with like a little spotlight around your character. Does anybody like this? Like, I'm okay, I'm fine with it, I guess, but it just like feels needlessly. I don't know. It doesn't even feel like it adds that much to the challenge of the game. It just feels more annoying than anything. It's like arbitrary. Like anytime you encounter like a ghost house or something in a Super Mario game and it goes all dark with the little spotlight on you, I just groan and roll my eyes. It's terrible. This is a PSA to game devs everywhere. Don't do this. Just because it's an established trope doesn't mean it's like a good thing to do. That's your Argon hot take of the day. You hate these floors? Yeah, nobody, like... I mean, if you do it, like, subtly and in a decent way, maybe there's a chance for it to evoke some sort of atmosphere, some kind of cool atmosphere. Like, you can do darkness in a game. 1 damage at a time with... Oh, I need a better weapon. You can do 1 damage at a time. Oh, what was I saying? You can do darkness in a game. It just doesn't have to be like this obnoxiously in your face. Thankfully, at least in Stardew, the glow rings do help to offset it. Ooh, an Omni Geode. You just power through and hoard all the torches that you find. I don't use torches in this game. Torches are for the weak. Just kidding. I just don't ever find a good case to use them. I don't think they're like that aesthetically pleasing, is what it really boils down to at the end of the day, I think. Yikes. I think I'm just gonna... Do I have anything to clear out of my inventory that I don't need? No, but I will take this copper. Maybe I should be hoarding torches, though, honestly. Ooh, that's good luck. Although, why should I expect any less? We came here on a golden pyramid kind of day. Kind of makes me want to rewatch Gravity Falls. Which is rare, because like I watched that not that long ago. It's only been like a year and a half since I watched Gravity Falls. I usually do not get the urge to go like rewatch a show that readily, but that's such a good show. There have been a lot of, like, shows that I've been really into lately. Like, Gravity Falls is one I'm thinking about a lot more recently. I like, I mean, Better Call Saul is closing out its final season. That one I've been super into since I discovered it. And I discovered it at, like, the perfect time, right when Season 6 was basically starting. So I managed to, like, binge all, like, the early stuff and then get caught up just in time for... What I would say is probably my favorite season, is the final season so far. It's like, it's a meme at this point, but, you know, Vince Gilligan, you've done it again. Well done. Vince Gilligan, the creator of the show. It's, like, up there with Breaking Bad in terms of quality, and like, I don't say that lightly. Like, Breaking Bad is a masterpiece, and I think everyone, or most people know that, and are in agreement with it. And I think Better Call Saul is honestly even better. Why do I keep skipping the more pinky rocks? The more pinky rocks. Do you mean these rocks here? Because these ones take like 2 hits versus this 1 hit. That's why I'm skipping those ones. If you're referring to some other kind of rock, then I do not have an answer for you. Gravity Falls was such an amazing show. It's true. It's like it's amazing just how good the storytelling is in that. And it does not commit the cardinal sin that is easy for a lot of shows to commit, where it just goes on for way too long. Like, it has a story that it wants to tell, it tells that story, and then it gets the heck out of your way and lets you, like, go either revisit it or come up with your own little theories, or however else you want to interact with it. If you just want to watch it, enjoy the story, and then move on with your life, that's your prerogative. Instead of just, like, you know, needlessly milking the town of Gravity Falls for all it's worth. You're too young for those shows? That's fair. I do have a young audience, and, you know, Better Call Saul. Definitely not PG-13. 100% not. You're gonna need some... You're gonna need some parental guidance at the very least if to watch that one, and even then, you know, parents, I would probably not recommend it. The Gravity Falls shorts are so fun. I haven't really interacted with, like, any Gravity Falls content outside of the show itself. I know there's a lot of good stuff out there. I do hear that from time to time that, like, the shorts and stuff are really good. Or that there's, like, comics that support it that are really interesting. But I've never interacted with that, so maybe that's how I can scratch my Gravity Falls itch. Read more about this axolotl that's, like, somewhere in the lore. Yo, I was very close yesterday to buying a stuffed axolotl plushie. I will tell you that. I went to, as part of, like, my mental health day, I went out with some friends to a science center where they were having, like, a kind of game night event. It was a lot of fun. And we went to the gift shop, and they had, like, so many different stuffed animals. I think I don't want to deal with these bats, but now I'm kind of committed. Anyway, they had so many stuffed animals at the gift shop, and, like, just stuffies in general. And I haven't bought a stuffed animal in so long, but some of those things were so cute. I did end up buying one, but the axolotl was very close. I was very close to buying the stuffed axolotl. It was between that and the cat cupcake that I ended up buying instead. So I now have a stuffed cat cupcake that just sits on my desk. He's staring at me right now. It's very cute. Yo, Steph, thank you for the €10 super chat. I greatly appreciate the generosity. I feel like I should get these bat wings. I will take them over the Geos at this point, honestly. I can finally watch you live as I'm caught up with all the old VODs. That must have taken a while, but thank you for your commitment and your generosity, of course. Enjoyed all the price perfection through them. Thank you for the great content. So happy to have you here. So happy you enjoyed the content, and thank you for staying around. Why not both? What am I, made of money? I mean, they were pretty, like, good quality stuffed animals, so most of them were expensive. So it was kind of an either-or situation at the time. Yo, floor 40 of the mines. Alright, slingshot. I probably should not have opened this, I realize now. Actually, you know, it should be fine. I mean, tossing one mixed seed is not going to kill me. Or do I just toss the slingshot? I'm probably not going to use this slingshot, and the master slingshot is, like, not that far away. I think I'm just going to toss the slingshot, to be honest with you. It feels kind of wrong, but it also feels so right at the same time. Alright, floor 40 is a good stopping point for me personally. Let me go ahead and bring back some of this stuff. Some of the more useful essentials here. Stone, yeah, I think that's good. And then we'll go collect a few more salmon berries with the rest of the time today. Alyssa, thank you for being a member for 5 months at the Electron level, as well as being a mod. I apparently have one of these available. Hello. Hello, hello indeed. She does. You can't even give Abigail a gift. She's so enamored with her flute. That's wild. You want to make a YouTube video on the Owl House and Amphibia soon? Those are also very good shows. Highly recommendable. I can purchase it in the guild if necessary. How much is a slingshot? I'll probably never purchase it because that's just more fiber that I would have to grind for probably very little use. But it's good to know that it's at least available to me. Real talk though, a slingshot at the Adventurers Guild may be one of the least purchased items in the entirety of Stardew Valley history. A paste of fresh sunfish makes a wonderful tonic for indigestion. If you find one, I could put it to good use. Dr. Harvey. Can I get a citation on this one? Dr. Harvey? What kind of medical school did you go? You're turning a sunfish into a paste? No, thank you. I mean, maybe there's something to be said about fish oils and that being good for you, but a sunfish paste, huh? Put that up there in the pantheon with stomach bag, mayonnaise sandwich. These are just these uncomfortable terms that should never exist. A little sunfish paste, thanks. Alyssa, thank you for the $5 super chat as well. I was trying to do this when the membership thing popped up. How ironic. Well, thank you for both that and the membership. I appreciate it greatly. That poor sunfish. How does one turn a sunfish into paste? Do you think that you could use a pestle and mortar and stuff to like grind it all up? Do you think you'd grind up the bones as well, or do you think having the bone chips in the sunfish paste? This is so gross, but just hear me out. Do you think having the bone shards in the sunfish paste is more detrimental? Or do you think there's some, according to Dr. Harvey, is there some more benefits to be had there? Extra calcium, that's what I'm saying. Why sunfish paste, though? I mean, paste is kind of one of those words that you could throw after just about anything, and it makes it grosser every time. Like, there's some that are less gross than others, but like I feel like other than just, you know, normal paste on its own for like arts and crafts and stuff, there is no normal use case for paste. I mean, there's probably exceptions to that rule for sure. Oh, tomato paste. See, there's one exception to the rule. Tomato paste is I'd probably like tomato paste better than regular tomatoes, to be honest with you. Hey there, Lisa. Welcome. Used to have a fish paste sandwiches for lunch at school. Sardines, though, not sure the supermarket stocks sunfish. Is sunfish even a real fish? Probably. I believe it. Sardine paste sandwiches, though. Was your school just on a budget, or is it like actually good for you? Is it any good? I like tuna salad sandwiches, which is kind of like fish paste, I guess. Chili paste is also a normal kind of paste. I guess I'm just revealing my ineptitude when it comes to culinary pastes. Oh, I hear the rattling bones. The rattling bones of a wilderness golem somewhere. Where have you gone to? I would like to kill the wilderness golem for my 1 in 10,000 shot at a living hat, please. Wilderness golem, wilderness golem. That's a slime. I don't need you. You don't need this. You don't need me. Excuse you. Oh, this is not gonna go well. Alright, I guess I'm not gonna find this wilderness golem. Live to fight another day. My fine fibrous friend. Alright, amethysts go in there. Same with that. Mixed seeds will go over here. Called night. There's a lot of fish that I didn't know were real outside of Stardew until my partner or father told me they weren't. Spreading weeds, yes. I don't know how many fish are made up for Stardew Valley. Like the legendary fish, obviously, but how many other ones are made up specifically for Stardew? I feel like it's a very small subset, actually. Even though it sounds like so many of them could be fake. There's our 5th gold quality parsnip. Now I can just pick the rest of these parsnips and not have to worry about that. Very satisfying moment there. You love to see it. The anglerfish is real. That's true, the anglerfish is real. Slimejack and void salmon. Also, I guess probably like the mines fish. I don't know, maybe ghost fish might be real, but I don't think ice pip. Well, stonefish is actually real. It just doesn't look like that. Isn't stonefish like ultra venomous? It's like really, really, like you could step on one and it'll just be like, it'll kill you in like 5 minutes. I'm so flustered. Eventually I'll get into a rhythm of what I'm doing on this farm. Tomato paste is a must-have for cooking. I don't know if it's a must-have. Like, I don't know if you're gonna have it in your pantry next to the, you know, sugar and flour and stuff, but I'm sure it's very beneficial to have. Like, it's probably very versatile. I just don't know if it's, you know, the most essential. Is it called a rockfish or is it called a stonefish? Lava eel probably isn't a thing. Yeah, you got me there. Lava eel, I would say, is probably not a real fish. Also, ice pip, I don't think. Super cucumber is not real. Sorry, Haley. Let's keep it PG-13 in here. All right, you know, we'll deposit those artifacts on a different day when it's not a lucky day. Let's go mining, shall we? We are in the 40s of the mines now, so the rocks are going to be harder to break. This is going to make progress a little slower. If I can get down to floor 80, 81 during this stream, I think I'd be a happy camper. Because that's where everyone tells me, like, the true motherlode of fiber lies. Everyone loves the 80 floors. Some people go even deeper into, like, the 100 floors, I think, for fiber. Either way, we gotta get down deep. Animal Crossing? Does Animal Crossing make up a lot of fish, too? I believe that. What do you mean the mutant carp isn't real? I mean, there are probably mutated carps out there, but the mutant carp itself? Don't know if that's an actual proper genus. Why do I still have the freaking rusty sword, by the way, at floor freaking 40 of the mines? I guess we'll just rock with it, but still, it's gonna be a little tough going, I'm not gonna lie. Sea cucumbers in general, though, feel like they shouldn't be real. They're so funky. There are a lot of ocean-dwelling creatures that don't feel like they should be real. Like, any siphonophore is an absolute, like, alien creature. It's like, what the... Like, how is that a real thing that, like, so many little individual particles and, like, tiny microscopic creatures can join together to form... like this one weird alien looking, like a Praia Dubia or something. Anyone know what I'm talking about? You know, I'll take this stone, why not? You decided to search up a real mutated carp and you regret it? Yeah, that's one of those Google searches, you know, probably not recommendable. Don't Google that. Colossal squid are literally like the Kraken and they exist. They're very rare, though. I don't think we've ever found, like, a living specimen, have we? This is just my life. I'm gonna go looking for a freebie ladder and hope for the best. Alright, did not work out so well in my favor here. I guess I'm just gonna slowly whittle away at this bat. We have just too deep underwater. That must be a newer discovery then. I mean, I haven't really looked into colossal squids except, like, during my brief fascination with the Discovery Channel as a kid. Everyone else was out here watching, you know, Cartoon Network, Teletoon, YTV, Disney Channel, and, you know, I indulged in those every now and again as well, but honestly, I think my most watched channel between the ages of, like, 8 and 14 was probably the Discovery Channel. I was very much a Mythbusters kid, Daily Planet, Shark Week. I think wasn't The Haunting... There's a show called, like, The Haunting about ghosts and stuff that was on the Discovery Channel for a while. What was that about? That doesn't seem very Discovery of you, channel. I don't know if the Discovery Channel, like, they've probably changed their format and do a lot of different stuff nowadays, but I did learn a lot through that. How it's made. How it's made, yeah, absolutely. Dirty Jobs with Mike Rowe, also a good time. There's so many The Hauntings now. It'll be on Discovery when they actually discover ghosties. I mean, maybe that was the idea. Maybe the people behind Discovery Channel were real like paranormal fanatics, and they're like, if we put it on the Discovery Channel, maybe we can will it into existence. Not to say that I don't think that ghosts are real. I don't think there's enough evidence one way or the other. But I've never personally had a paranormal encounter. That I know of, I guess. The fact that you were watching Pawn Stars at age 6. You used to love staying up late enough to watch the weird History Channel selection, like Ancient Aliens and stuff. History Channel is one that we never got. Like, it was not part of our cable plan when I was growing up. So I had a very slim interaction with it. Like, I think the only time I ever saw the History Channel was when we were, like, on a road trip or on vacation or something, and I, like, booted it up on the hotel television. And that was about it. Welcome back, Chitsu. DHMIS was cool. Don't hug me, I'm scared. I watched it quite a few years after it came out, though, along with Salad Fingers. I also didn't watch Salad Fingers until after it came out, but I did watch Don't Hug Me, I Was Scared during its, you know, peak, which I think it's, like, it's kind of coming back now, isn't it? They uploaded a new video on Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. By the way, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. It might look like it's, like, a child-friendly thing. It is not. In case anyone is not privy to it so far, it's very much not a PG-13 recommended thing. Winter Root I don't actually need for Winter Forge. Well, actually, I can just tell that. Yeah, because the symbol's not pulsating. So I think I will go ahead and eat this starchy tuber. Collect some of those. I should also maybe get this mixed seeds. I mean, sap is easier to come by than mixed seeds, so I'll toss the slime, actually. I want to keep both of those. How much longer is the stream planned to be? I don't think this is going to be a super long stream. Like, I would probably hazard a guess somewhere between the 2 to 3 hour range, just because I do have some other things that I am doing later today. I got some plans with some friends to play Dungeons and Dragons for the first time in a little while, so I'm very hyped for that. I already have a magnet ring, so I'm not super concerned there. None of these are PG-13. Anytime I talk about any kind of media, by and large, it's not going to be PG-13 unless I'm talking about like My Little Pony Friendship is Magic or something like that. Any of those, you know, children's cartoons that also cross over into adult fandoms. Things that touch on adult themes. "24-hour stream when?" D&D sounds like fun. By the way, 24-hour stream, probably, like, never, I would say. I mean, I'm never say never, I guess, but it's, not in the cards right now. Yeah, we're just planning to do, like, a little one-shot for D&D tonight. A friend put it together. It's, like, a different style of D&D. It's not, like, a fantasy medieval setting. It's more like an Arkham horror kind of setting with, like, Eldritch Cthulhu-type stuff. Which I think will be a nice sort of change of pace. I'm very much looking forward to it. Ooh, there's a crate up there. There's a chance that there's a better weapon than a rusty sword in there. Literally any other weapon at this point would be better. I mean, don't speak too soon, I guess. I do have the, like, Iron Dirk or whatever it is waiting back in my chest at home, and I'd probably still rather be using the rusty sword than that right now. Has anyone else seen the Brain Age Task Bot? I have seen that. That was like from a GDQ, a Games Done Quick event, like years ago, right? Or maybe they did an updated one since then, but I've seen that video in my recommended every so often, where it's just like that coal I would probably like, honestly. It's fine. I need to buy that backpack sooner rather than later here. All right, I don't think at this rate I'm going to be going down to floor 50 anytime soon, so let's just call it there. You know what? I could go get more salmon berries, but I feel like I want to start grinding a little bit of money to get some, to get, like, the backpack upgrade and stuff. So, it's fiber time, baby. Little fibromyalgia. Alright, that's not really worth going all the way out of my way there. I should kill these bugs, though, because you know what? I do remember our monster eradication goal for bugs will give me the insect head, which is would be a very welcome upgrade at this point. I've been playing through Dungeons of Drakkenheim campaign, which has a fair amount of Eldritch stuff, and I find it very fun. It's definitely my kind of jam, too. I love all that Eldritch horror stuff. Yo, Monster Slayer goal complete! We were just talking about that. Okay, I'm gonna go get that literally as soon as I clear this floor of its fiber. I need that in my life right now. It's going to be such an upgrade. It's still going to be a pretty weak weapon for the floors that we're at in the mines, I think. But that is going to be so nice to have instead. Please give it to me right now. There was a gem rock. What use are gems to a man who cannot sell them? I ask you this. I mean, I could put it in the museum. 10 to 20 damage, plus 2 speed, plus 2 crit chance. It's like literally 10,000 times better than this rusty sword. Get this out of here. Insect head all day, every day, baby. The only reason someone could possibly want the bug sword. I mean, it's just a very cool looking sword, too. I like the color scheme on it. Time for some fiber grinding ASMR. Been very happy that crazy insect sword in more than one playthrough. We'll need gems for some of the remix bundles, maybe. That's true. There is one of the remix bundles that does require some gems. We need to keep that in mind because we don't have access to the blacksmith area of a community center yet, so I don't know what's going to be required there. Love getting a good floor like this. Decent amount of fiber here. I might be able to... I'm going to try to clear like 100 fiber at least today. I think that's a good goal, maybe. We still got some... Oh, maybe, I don't know. 100 fiber might be too much if I get slowed down by too many slimes here. You should do some clay farming to stock up on fiber seeds. I think I'll do that when the time is right. Like, once I actually have access to the fiber seeds recipe, clay farming is not going to take that long. But it will be an amazing upgrade to our fiber farming efficiency when I finally do get fiber seeds. If I was really going to sweat this challenge out, I would probably just sleep until, like, fall second when I can actually start to get the potential to unlock fiber seeds. Like, I would honestly just sleep until I get the community cleanup quest on that board and then get the fiber seeds recipe, but I'm not about that lifestyle. This is definitely not the most efficient Stardew playing that you've ever seen. But it is some of the most fun. We have a lot of fun around here, I think. Welcome back, Autumn. What is the museum to Chloe, mistress of all things grassy? By the end of this, she very well might become some kind of a deity of fiber, of just grass in general. Slow running woo. Run invalid. Ooh. Don't worry, I'm not planning to submit this to any kind of leaderboard anytime soon. I will say that I think if I... Like, I've enjoyed the little bit of speedrunning that I've dipped my toes into so far. But the sort of challenges, or the sort of, like, video game runs that interest me much more are, like, these challenge runs. And in particular, there's, like, a pretty popular thing nowadays in games called, like, minimum %. Where you try to do you try to, like, complete a game with the minimum amount of something, or, like, the minimum amount of, like, unlockables in a game, or the minimum amount of, well, the minimum amount of money in a game to get, you know, to reach 100% perfection. I guess that is a minimum percent, or, like, a low percent kind of thing. When you look at it, right? Yeah, low percent. Everyone's on board with that. Low percent, low percent, low percent. And I just find those so interesting. Not that speedruns aren't interesting, but I think the sort of like hoops and stuff that you have to jump through for a lot of the low percent categories are really cool. And I also like that there are two different ways to like try and get a record in low percent. You can either do it faster than anyone else has done it, or you can try to like squeeze one more requirement out of the game. And then even if you do it like extremely slow, like that's the beauty of like minimum percent or low percent, is that like if there are 5 required things to do in the game, and then like someone does that in like 2 minutes or something, but then someone finds a way to like reduce that to 4 required things, and it takes them 24 hours, that 24-hour run is still going to be like the #1 run because it has less things done in it than the other runs, which is super cool to me. And we all know how much I like to waste my own time around here, so it's just kind of, it's made for me, that sort of category. Argon turning to a min-maxer before our eyes. I'm not even, you know, forget about the min-maxing. I'm here for min-minning. I'm not even talking about the ARMS character, although she is pretty cute. I'm a min runner. Twilight Princess has gotten to the point where you stare at a screen for several hours. I also watched that YouTube video. That was a good one. That's kind of what, like, that's one of the videos that got me, or that made me aware of low percent and that sort of stuff. More of a challenge run person than a speedrunner. I think a lot of us here probably are. That's like, ooh, Hootie! It's our first Hootie! I was gonna say there was something happening there. That load screen took too long. Level 2 farming as well, I'll take that. Level 3 combat, oh my gosh, what a productive evening. We gotta go find Hootie. Hootie the first of Fibrous Farm and Star Drop luck. And a green bean, oh my gosh, it's all coming together, baby. There's Hootie right away. Welcome home, Hootie. How the frick did we get a stone owl before we got Timby? Alright, protect my shipping bin, please, sir. Protect it with your beautiful stone beak. Oh my goodness. Alright, let me water my crops, and then we're gonna hit the mines, like, instantly today. Hootie is a good luck charm, absolutely true. Hoot hoot, hoot hoot. I see you've just started on your adventure, Hoot Hoot. Would you like to get me to give you a 20 text box tutorial on how to press the A button? Hoot Hoot. It's a little K-Pora Gabora for you. I think you're still backlogged on luck from the cactus fruit incident. Touché. When will that run dry, though? Probably once I get the living hat today. Alright, no fiber over there to claim, so let me just go start down in the mines, I guess. I should... Oh gosh, I mean, I was gonna say I should start, like, smelting some copper for a copper pickaxe upgrade eventually. But I also need $2,000 in order to make that a reality, which is still a little ways off. Like, I don't know, which do you think is better to go for first? The copper pickaxe upgrade or the backpack upgrade? They both cost the same amount. They're both 2,000 right off the bat. And both would be useful. Like, a tool upgrade in any capacity would be pretty useful, but I think the backpack upgrade is going to have to take center stage. I don't know. Like, yes, getting through the mines with the basic pickaxe is slow, But once I get to the point that I need to get to, then at least I don't have to like worry that much about it anymore. The backpack upgrade is so ubiquitously helpful in many different aspects. And it's something that I never really had that much access to during the Price of Perfection. Like, literally no access to, that I feel like I owe it to myself and to all of you to, you know, invest in that early. So we don't, have to deal with that sort of similar situation. Maybe fiber seeds first? Fiber seeds are not something you can buy, though. You can buy the recipe for a grass starter. The fiber seeds recipe is unlocked via a special quest that you get from Line this way later in the game. So thankfully, it's nice in that I don't have to pay anything to unlock fiber seeds. It does suck that I need to, like, wait to be able to get it. I have no reason to hold on to any gems since I can't sell them. I could use them as gifts, or I could give them to the museum, but I can only do that part one time. And do I really care about giving gifts in this run? I mean, I don't need to... I'm not going for perfection on this one. This is a community center challenge, so this is not... I don't need to worry about, like, making best friends with literally everybody. But it would still be nice, you know? Feel like part of the community. I will take this copper, honestly. I'll take it over the slime for right now. Tossing every time I get a chance to toss the slime, I'm tossing the slime. I'm gonna toss this quartz as well. I don't feel like I need that much I don't really need that much quartz around here. Like, is there anything I'm not thinking of that slime would be useful for later on? Probably not. At least try to befriend Haley, though. I mean, that just goes without saying. Exclamation point Haley. I'm so good at living with just 12 slots. I mean, that's true. I've gotten used to it at this point of like, just doing the inventory management. Doesn't necessarily make it more fun, but I am at least used to it. So it's maybe not as aggravating to me as it would be to most other players. Slime can be in a bundle. That's true, but that same bundle also has, like you don't need slime for that bundle. Unless there's a different one that I'm not thinking of. But I'm just thinking of, like, I think it's called the... What's that called? Like, the Adventurer's Bundle? I could just get, like, a Solar Essence and a Void Essence, and then skip having to farm a bunch of slime. Master of the 12 slots, but at what cost? Just a little piece of my sanity. I think it's fine. Honestly worth. I will say there is a small, very masochistic part of me that wants to do a perfection run with minimum inventory slots. Like, how low can you go? What do you think is the minimum required inventory slot use to get perfection? If no other restrictions are in play, like I can spend as much money as I want and everything like that, what do you think? I feel like I've got a decent answer for, based on like the little bit of research that I've done, because this is not the first time I've thought of this. 2 or 3. 2, 2, 3. I think it's going to be either 3 or 4, and I'll tell you why. Well, we can actually like do a little bit of deduction here. One of the requirements for perfection is to build the obelisks, right? To build the obelisks at the Wizard's Tower. Which one of those has the most like required items? Like for the beach obelisk, you need like coral and like clams or something. I don't know. I feel like there's like one building that you have to build for perfection that requires at least like 4 different things, and you can't build that building unless you have those 4 things in your inventory at the time. And that's where I think the biggest limitation would come from, personally, but maybe I'm not thinking of something else. Coral, clam, iridium, so that's at least 3. You can use chests for crafting. Yeah, you can use chests and like a crafting bench for crafting, so you don't need to worry too much about that. Bruh, you skipped the jade. I've got a lot of jades over on Frugal Farm. I don't need any more right now, but thank you for thank you for letting me know. I'll just have some airdropped from Frugal Farm if I really need them. I don't think we're gonna need to grind jades on this. Ooh, that's a dwarf scroll. I'll take that over the. Ooh. I'll probably take it over the sap for right now, to be honest. Oh, no, that's actually a rarer dwarf scroll. I'll take this over the. I mean, you know what? Eat this dumb field snack. This is just kind of like sitting here. What about the tools you start with? I think you'd probably have to like the challenge would start after you deposit those tools in a chest, and you just have a blank slate, and then you fill your inventory with like a bunch of random garbage, or like something. Or you could probably mod it too to like have it so you only have like certain inventory slots available. Buy sap 07 to the sap, please. Yeah, I think it like if you started it like immediately, then you have to have as many spaces as you have tools. But if you gave yourself the room to like get rid of those tools first and then start the challenge from there, which I think would be the more interesting way to do it personally, but you know, to each their own, then I think you could cut it down to like 4. Maybe even 3. But the sap. I will need sap eventually, but it's pretty easy to come by. Like, here's my plan for sap, because we're going to need a lot of sap for fiber seed production later on. Oh, solar essence would be pretty nice, honestly. What do I get rid of for solar essence? Probably frozen geodes. My plan for sap, for large sap production, is I will get mahogany trees. I'll like eventually get the mahogany seeds and grow mahogany trees, and then if you put a tapper on a mahogany tree, it produces sap once like a day. So if I just get enough mahogany trees tapped, then that'll be fine. I don't even need to worry about like chopping down trees or anything at that point. Chests will be your best friend, absolutely true. Made a live stream to hopefully not embarrass myself. Welcome, Mental Quorum. Happy to have you here. You'll be swimming in sap in no time. That's the plan. I think the main limiting factor on the production of fiber seeds is going to be clay. Because I think I'll get a lot of... Because the 3 things you need to craft fiber seeds are mixed seeds, clay, and sap. Sap should be relatively easy. Mixed seeds I think will come across a lot of just by virtue of like farming fiber. Even when you farm like the fiber from the fiber seeds that you grow, there's a chance to get mixed seeds back from that, so it's kind of a replenishing supply. Clay farming we can get, or clay we can get from clay farming, but it's still going to be kind of slow going to get there. If you don't want to swim in sap, it's really sticky. Why do I feel like that was on a TV show at some point? Like they filled a pool with sap and tried to swim through it or something. I feel like I've seen that in either like a YouTube video or a TV show at some point in my life. I don't know what the purpose of it was, but it was, there's definitely a distinct memory of something like that happening in my brain. Mythbusters? That might have been a Mythbusters episode. Crystal fruit. I mean, I can probably, even if that is winter foraging, I can get that during winter. A gold bar? I would probably take the gold bar over this stone, to be honest with you. Just a nice resource to have, honestly. Floor 55. I can maybe hit floor 60 here if I push real hard and get a little lucky. I think there's a solid chance. Eat the crystal fruit, honestly, probably wouldn't play. That's alright, though. We got plenty of salmon berries to stock back up on here. That stone was worth 5G, though? Not to me. Nothing's worth anything unless it's green and fibrous and full of, well, fiber. Oops. When you were a kid, you got into your head that sap would be a good hair conditioner. It went about as well as you would expect. I mean, as kids, we all had pretty stupid ideas. So I'm not even going to fault you too much for that one. At least you learned your lesson very early on, right? Hopefully you didn't have, like, super long hair. A rip to your childhood self, if that is the case. One of my embarrassing, like, childhood mistakes was that I was very big into Harry Potter as a kid, and I really liked Hagrid. And I wanted to go as, like, Hagrid for Halloween. And I was trying to figure out, like, all right, how could I, like, make, like, Hagrid's beard? So I took, like, a Sharpie. It wasn't even, like, a black Sharpie. It was, like, a purple Sharpie. And I, like, scribbled all over my face with the Sharpie, which, you know, is not the best. But I didn't know any better. I was a dumb kid. Anyways, that took a while to wash off. And it did not look like Hagrid's beard at all, I'll tell you that right now. I don't know why I didn't just ask my parents, like, hey, I want to go as Hagrid for Halloween. Can we go to the dollar store and get a fake beard? Purple Hagrid. Yeah, it was not great. Ooh, thank you to the dust sprite. He just, like, revealed that staircase for me. I don't know if the burglar's ring is going to be that useful during this challenge, but I will... Actually, you know what? The burglar's ring could be useful for killing, like, wilderness golems. A little niche, but might be worth going for. Just for, you know, the sake of saying that I min-maxed it. I bet it smelled great. I think it was one of those, like, smelly, like, grape-scented markers or something like that. I'd be more concerned about it appearing 8 feet tall. Look, I had the stilts all ready to go. I didn't need to worry about that part, okay? What compels someone to learn how to walk on stilts? Is that something that only, like, a circus performer would ever want to learn? Or are there people who, like, go out of their way to, like, learn how to walk on stilts just as, like, a passion thing? I don't think I'm going to make floor 60 here now that I'm looking at the time. I'm just going to go ahead and cut my losses, I think. In a parade? That's a valid point. And no judgment, honestly. I think stilts are pretty cool. Like, honestly, if I was given the opportunity to, like, hey, you want to try and, like, walk on stilts? Let's just, like, learn for, like, a day. I'd probably take that opportunity. My passion is having long legs. You had stilts as a kid, they were fun. Were they, like, big stilts, or... I mean, they couldn't have been that big if they were for you as a kid. It definitely seemed like they could be fun for a little while, but I feel like the novelty might wear off soon. Someone would just want to feel taller than others, but you're not fooling anybody. Like, I don't think anyone's, like, concocting some kind of master scheme to try and, like, make everyone think that they're way taller than they are by wearing stilts under their clothes. I just don't... Number one, I don't think that's very practical. Number two, no one's gonna believe you because your legs will never freaking bend. Unless they have, like, jointed stilts now, which, I mean, maybe. Alright, go to sleep for the night? I think so. Those are called platform shoes. Valid. Something tells me they don't get quite as tall as stilts, though. Alright, bad luck day. That's alright by me. We've done a little bit of mining over the past few days, so I am willing to take a bit of a break, a bit of a breather. Let's get some of these artifacts deposited. 3 dwarf scrolls and an ancient seed is a pretty decent haul, I'm not gonna lie. What else do I have? I got the amethyst, I got a quartz. I got a bunch of geodes that I don't have the money to open. I think that's it as far... Oh, I got the earth crystal. Alright, so that'll be artifacts today. I have a request for you. I need a fresh cauliflower for a recipe I want to make. Could you bring one? Absolutely, Jody. Does anyone remember what Jody wanted? I have a funny feeling like she asked me for something, but I just can't for the life of me remember it anymore. Stilts are probably easier to balance on than stilettos. Might honestly be true. Not that I have experience with either, but... Jody wanted fiber? Ah, of course. Everyone wants fiber these days. Everyone just knows me as the fiber lord of Pelican Town. It didn't take long to establish my dominance. Chloe's really good at marketing that way. She wanted a daffodil? Are you trying to trick me into giving Jody a hated gift? It will not work, I promise you. Alright. What time does the museum even open? It's like 8 a.m. I think, so we just gotta wait a little longer here. That's fine. Jinx swore. Everyone gets one, but we will try to keep swears out of the chat. Keep it PG-13, please. Thank you for the heads up there, Van. You're silly. Jody didn't want anything. I guess it would appear in my journal here if she did want something, right? So. Trash cans? Oh. We're not about that trash can lifestyle on Fibrous Farm, though. Alright. Warp Scroll 1. Warp Scroll 3. Warp Scroll 2. Perfect. Perfectly laid out as all things should be. Alright, collect my rewards, please. A little ancient seed and ancient seed recipe and some cauliflower and melon seeds. These take 12 days, so I would not be able to plant these this spring and get them in time. I can plant the ancient seed, though. I probably should plant the ancient seed. Get a little ancient fruit going. Although, do I need ancient fruit for, like, anything? It's not, I'm not gonna be able to sell, like, ancient fruit wine or anything. Might as well grow it at the very least. No worries, Jinx. Everyone has sort of different filters for what they think swears are. To a certain extent. There are some, like, borderline swear words, so we just try to veer on the side of caution around here. And I'm guilty of it myself. I say some words that are, like, borderline. So, you know what? Do as I say, not as I do, I suppose. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and plant the ancient seed right there. Can't even eat it or anything. That's true, I cannot eat ancient fruit. There you go, protect that with your life, please, Greg. He scared off 2 crows, let's go. Alright, I will deposit these here for right now. And then, I guess, it's a bad luck day, so I guess we just go fishing today. Might as well try and get some of these other fish for the community center. What did I get so far? I think I've only got the bream, right? From night fishing. Lake fish. We could go lake fishing. I think I could probably get these 3. And then I get the sturgeon in the summer. Sunfish. Is shad available? Shad and tiger trout. I should probably look these up and know them at some point. Sardine. Crab pot bundle will eventually sort itself out, I'm sure. Specialty fish. I could go looking for a ghost fish as well. Let's go up to the lake and start fishing up there. See if I can get those 3 lake fish that are available to me right now out of the way. Actually, is the bullhead available in spring? I feel like it is, but I might be wrong. Shad and tiger trout are only in the rain. Parasitic ancient fruit takes your energy but gives nothing of use. I'm just gonna start an ancient fruit collection. Put it next to my Joja Colas. I'm gonna go over here, I think. This is a nice little fishing spot. Bullhead is always available. Good to know. I should know more about, like, when these fish are available, because one of the things I've been working on in the background, one of the projects I have, is it involves a lot of fishing. Spoiler, 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 spoiler. You didn't hear it from me. It does involve a lot of fishing, though. I don't think it's too much of a spoiler, because I think you've, like, It's occasionally seen, like if I happen to leak my like save files. There's one that's called Fishy Farm. You want to do a challenge? What should you only sell? Only sell... Let me think about this one. What would be an interesting feat? Only... Oh, there's another... I mean, that carp is good. Only sell coal... I mean, chat's got some good recommendations. Only sell coal, egg, seaweed. Ew. Seaweed could be an interesting one. Only sell gifts from villagers, like gifts you get in the mail. That could be fun too, because then you have to like befriend a lot of villagers. I got it. Only sell mixed seeds. No one tell them, chat. No one tell them that mixed seeds only sell for 0 gold. No one tell them. It'll be funny. Get pranked. For real though, like there are so many different options you could pick in Stardew that could be that could make for an interesting challenge. Like you could like only sell trash that you've recycled or something. Like just get recycling machines, go searching for trash as much as possible, and sell only that. Chub. That could be good if we get the field research bundle. But I don't know if we have that one yet. Only sell artifacts. That would be very painful, but it's definitely, I mean, it's in the wheelhouse of the challenges that I kind of like. Mead would be neat. Make your own little meadery of a farm. That'd be cool. The grind to level 8 fishing. But why only level 8 though? Only selling artifacts would be torture because of the geode fee. Someone's forgetting about geode crushers, though. Geode crushers would be your absolute godsend in a challenge like that, I think. As they were during the Prize of Perfection. What is this fish? I feel like this is a largemouth bass. And a very persnickety one at that. Could this be the legend? Ooh woo, what's this? Is this the legend? I don't think this is a bullhead. I don't think bullheads are this difficult. Yeah, it's a largemouth bass. You could play the game normally as a fun challenge. I don't think I could ever play this or any other game normally. Unless I'm playing a game for the very first time, no shot I'm playing it normally. I always have some kind of self-imposed challenge, or at least go for like hard mode. This is a bullhead 100%. Actually, no, this is a largemouth bass. I'll tell you when it's a bullhead. It's green, so it must be the legend. Could fool me. Am I gonna buy a better fishing pole this run? This is a carp. Probably. Just to say that I did, but that is a significant investment of fiber at the same time. You can only ever sell something once. That would be interesting. That would limit you to like a certain, like you'd have a cap on how much money you could ever get, but it would be a pretty high cap if you branched out and made it so like you could sell every type of wine once. Like you could sell like a strawberry wine or a grape wine and everything like that. This is a bullhead. Told you. Alright, toss those broken glasses. Give me the bullhead. I think that's everything I need from the lake. Let me go deposit some of this stuff at home and then head down to the river maybe. That would be a cool challenge, actually. I like the idea of that. Already did no shopkeepers. mean, no shopkeepers is very similar to the price of perfection in some ways. Different qualities as well, that's true. Might be an idea for the idea board. I'm already writing it down. I'm already writing it down. Alright. Little fishies get deposited. Let's go river fishing. See if I can't get me a sunfish, which I think is the only river fish that I could get right now that's needed for the community center. At this exact moment in time. And then I can go to the ocean. Challenge of selling everything once could have the goal of selling everything, so you don't need the extra money. True. Touche. You'd never be able to get perfection if you sold everything only once, right? Like, selling every item in Stardew Valley one time is not enough to afford the golden clock, I would assume. Probably not even close. It would still be very cool, though. This is remix bundles. Remix bundles, indeed. They're just more fun, I find, than the, I mean, we all know the vanilla bundles at this point. I think throwing a little remix spice in here is very nice. Jazz just hit me with the brutal I don't know you. Rough. Is this Haley's 14 heart event? It looks very similar to it. It's like 1,000 jellies and wines. I mean, oh yeah, I guess if you have like different qualities of them that you age and stuff, right? Well, you can't age jelly, but at best, it could net you 2 mil, and considering how much you overestimated the mail money, it's probably very off. Yo, look at this. Look at this beach, though. It's full of just goodies. A little cockle in my life, a little oyster as well. I will toss this green algae and take the clam. Is the clam a crab pot bundle? It is. So is the cockle and the oyster. Museum is closed, so I can't really deposit this anchor right now. I'm gonna go try and fish up a sardine, maybe. Which it might be too late for a sardine now that I'm looking at it. Duck only? I do like ducks. Aged cheese. Cheese seasoning so you could sell all the food twice. That's true. This is a red snapper. As a halibut, actually. Alright. I will toss this stone, I guess, and be on my way, because my inventory is so freaking full. Periwinkle's crab pot in fresh water. I don't have the recipe for the crab pot yet, I'm pretty sure, right? Or do I? Yeah, I don't have access to crab pots just yet. Would the cheese seasoning be worth it, though? It doesn't cost money, it only costs chi gems, so I think so. A tea sapling selling only farm because they're worth way too much. It's true, each one's worth like 500 gold. Not till the crab pot bundle is finished. I mean, you can get crab pots by reaching level 3 fishing as well. We're not limited that way, thankfully. Alright, deposit that. Deposit all my little fishies. All my little fishy friends. And we're good. I think I will call it a day there. Level 2 fishing, you love to see it. Perfection only selling crab pot items. The spreading weeds have caused damage. You'll love to see it. It is a rainy day as well. Timbeeb! Oof! It's the best day of all time. Oh my god. Timbeeb has arrived. I really need to get a Timbeeb emote set up for my members. I think that would triple my member count if I had a Timbeeb emote. Seems to like this place. Will you adopt this dog? Absolutely. Welcome home. Welcome home, my beautiful furry son. He has arrived. Timbeeb and weeds all in one day. Welcome home, Timbeeb. Welcome home. He is here. We also got this cauliflower, which is nice. That's spring crops right there. I would become a member immediately for a Timbeeb emote. Note to self. Oh, hi, me sell hats. Okay, Poke, come to old house. Poke, bring coinus. Hat mouse. We can actually buy stuff from the hat mouse during this run if I have the money for it. All right, there's a lot to unpack. Hat mouse, Timbeeb, it's all very exciting stuff, but we still have work to do here. I need to go collect whatever fiber I might have gotten over here. Yeah. Thank you. Then we craft another pathway. Put it down. We're good. Hat mouse and Timbeeb in the same day. I can finally watch a stream. Welcome, Young Radio. Alright. Pause all that gobbledygook. I want to grab my fishing pole. Do a little fishing today for the catfish, and isn't it? There's another rainy fish, right? Is it the shad? Shad and tiger trout, Lisa was saying, I think. Let me look it up on the wiki real quick. Shad, spring rain, 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. Okay. Tiger trout is fall and winter, not raining. Okay, so we can't get the tiger trout yet. But I think today we could get the catfish, the shad, and the eel. Is the eel another one? Let me look it up. Rain, spring, 4 p.m. onward, so we can do that. Might not make any progress in the mines today, even though it is a lucky day. I think getting this fishing out of the way on a rainy day is good, especially because we're nearing sort of the end of spring. Yo, Autumn, thank you for the 199 super chat. Weeds, Timbeeb, and Hatmouse. Absolute pog champ. It is a blessed day. What can I say? Praise be to the blessed fiber. It's all the fiber's doing. Praise be. All right. Yeah, I guess we'll just go fishing. Yeah, tiger trout's only in fall. Fall and winter, apparently. Good to know, though. Hat mouse or living hat? What's it gonna be? ¿Por qué no los dos? Why not both? As they say in that old taco commercial. Is that still a saying that, I don't even know what taco company that was. But do they still use that saying? Like, why not both? Because it's like, they're asking about, like, hard shell versus soft shell tacos. Chat, let's make this really easy. Thumbs up if you're a hard shell taco person. Thumbs down if no. I need to get a good gauge. 'Cause there is a correct answer to this question. Hard shell versus soft shell tacos. This is a test, and I need you guys to pass. I'm getting... You're not a taco person, you know what, that's fair. You don't have to take this test. I'm seeing mostly thumbs down, which means that you guys have passed the test. Soft shell tacos all the way. Hard shell tacos are too crumbly. Like, they're, like... Ooh, an ancient seed. Hard shell tacos, you just can't eat them effectively. And they, like, can, like, cut up your mouth and stuff, too. And, like you take one bite into them and the whole thing just falls onto your plate or all over yourself. I have had some hard shell tacos. Like, I think maybe there's a good way to do it where it's like not fully as crispy and hard as possible, but there's a little bit of give to it, and then it's a little more manageable, I think. I think this is a shad. You love to see it. Crunchy ones don't fall apart as easy. I have literally, that's the exact problem I have with hard ones, with the crunchy ones, that they fall apart too easy. Because they crunch and they send like a spider web of cracks down the rest of the taco. Whereas with the soft shell, like you just bite into it and you're good to go. It's like you just take the piece that you need in your mouth. This is a catfish. You just take the piece you need in your mouth, and then like the rest of it's still intact in your hands. You don't have the problem. I don't know. Maybe I've just never had a proper incarnation of a hard shell taco. I think I've had like one before that did not immediately fall apart for me. But I've not had a great track record with them, and I just think that like, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, soft shell tacos also just taste better. I think you're just bad at eating tacos. What do you mean? How can you be bad at eating a food? Does the food get in your mouth? Yes, then mission accomplished. We can talk in circles all day about like, oh, but like you can only eat sushi with chopsticks. That's the only proper way to eat it. It tastes the same whether I eat it with chopsticks, whether I eat it with a fork, whether I eat it with just my fingers. As long as it arrives in my mouth and lands in my stomach, I don't really have a problem with how I eat food. You're supposed to eat sushi with your hands? I don't think that's true. I think the default in like most Asian cultures is to eat sushi with your chopsticks, right? Or am I uncultured now? This is another shad. Lee, thank you for being a member for 5 months at the Neutron level, no less. Thank you so much. The whole point of the commercial was that people can like and have both. Yeah, but what if the commercial was wrong, though? Soft shell taco superiority is all I'm saying. Smallmouth bass, I'm just gonna go ahead, well, I mean, toss the trash, I guess. Dog.cat, thank you for being a member for 5 months at the Electron level as well. The generosity of the members today. Greatly appreciate it. Little Joja Cola for my collection. Don't mind if I do. In Japan, you use your hands? Fair enough. Your stomach thinks all potatoes is mashed potatoes? Are you trying to bait me with this question? The core conceit of the principle that you've laid out for me is flawed to begin with. Your stomach doesn't think. Your stomach doesn't have a brain. Checkmate. Man, this ain't my dad. This is a cell phone. I took it and threw it on the ground. Has the same energy as the thinking stomach. That's what you think? Excuse me? My stomach absolutely has a brain. I mean, your stomach does have a brain, but it's not a separate brain from your normal brain. My stomach thinks you're wrong. I mean, we as a culture have colloquialized saying that our stomach thinks a certain way, maybe. But I prefer to say my stomach feels like a certain way, because that's kind of more true, right? More factual. Like, my stomach feels, like, grumbly right now. I will begrudgingly toss the Joja Cola. I didn't buy that Joja Cola, so it's not really fit for my collection anyway. My stomach is better than your stomach. But what about my stomach bag? Your stomach has more control over you than anything else. That's often how it feels. That's a very good point. Hunger is a very powerful motivator. Your stomach feels like all potatoes and mashed potatoes. Now we're getting somewhere. Your stomach produces more serotonin than your brain. Is that true? Is the serotonin itself produced in the stomach? Or is it the product of, like, you know, your stomach digesting stuff that sends a signal for your brain to produce more serotonin? Therefore, it's still the brain producing it. I don't know. I never took biology. And it shows. What if you swallow a potato slice whole? Then you die. It wouldn't fit down your throat. Although I guess, I mean, if you're talking just about like a potato wedge, I guess you could do that. I'm just thinking like you like took a whole freaking potato and like cut it in two and tried to eat it. Ask Charlie, she probably knows. Bio majors in chat, anyone? It's just a brain neurotransmitter. Your gut tells you that your stomach thinks. Why am I getting so many shad? I just need a catfish, please. A single catfish would be... I mean, I know I already did get a single fat... I almost said a single fat kish. I feel like that's like a... Like, I shouldn't say that. But it was too funny in my head to not say. A fat quiche. Your stomach would be very angry with you in that case. I'm gonna take this soapbox up. I don't think the personification of the stomach should be normalized anymore. Your stomach doesn't get angry. Your stomach doesn't think. It's a stomach. It's part of you, and you should accept it as part of you. You can be hungry, and that can make you angry. That's colloquially referred to as hangry, and I love that word. I have no problems with that, but your stomach is not a person. Your stomach is just you. Hot take of the century. Yo, a catfish and a rare disc. I will take the rare disc over this silver quality shad. I'm gonna go ahead and craft a little ancient seed. Your stomach bag disagrees. My stomach is offended by your lies. I didn't know we had so many stomach stands in chat. Hello, Lewis. I almost gave him the rare disc. Everyone seems a little happier on the weekends, don't you think? I'm on the job 7 days a week, though. Chat, are you happier on weekends? For me, I find it literally doesn't matter. Open... Oh, I was going to say, it is between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. I was looking at the sign, though. I didn't actually try to open the door there. Yeah, I don't really, like, operate on a typical, like, Monday to Friday work week schedule, so I guess it makes sense that I wouldn't be happier on weekends. But I don't know. Like, it's kind of, like, culturally ingrained that, like, you're supposed to be happier on weekends to a certain extent. Like, they're called weekends, and it's, like, that's when you're supposed to party it up and all that stuff. But a lot of the times I end up working on weekends. I'm looking for someone to bring me 20 copper ores to see if any rare gems are hidden inside. Clint? I thought you were supposed to be a blacksmith. How do you... You telling me you're going to try and dig a diamond out of a copper ore, buddy? Best of luck to you. Weekends make no difference if you don't work Monday to Friday. That's what I'm saying. I'm sad every day of the week. I'm sorry to hear that, Laisha. I hope you're not sad right now. Alright, plant another ancient seed here. I will deposit my fishes. And then we're going to go back down. We're going to go to the ocean now, because we can actually take this chance to catch an eel. I'm also actually going to... No, I'll do that later. I was going to grab the spring crops to complete the spring crops bundle. I can always sort that out later. I'm not sad right now. I'm eating apple pie. That's a mood. And I love it. I haven't had apple pie in a long time. Eel time. You know it, Carlos. If it's the weekend, what ends the week? Saturday or Sunday? Depends who you ask. I mean, it can be literally any day that you want. It's just that people will look at you weird if you say, like, my weekend's on a Wednesday. I'm not like other calendars. My weekend's on a Wednesday. Please sign my change.org petition to move weekends to Tuesday, Wednesday. You may wonder, Argon, why would you propose this change to a long-established tradition of weekends being on Saturday and Sunday? Because I think it would be funny. I think it would be funny to mess with people. We do a little trolling around here. There's definitely a part of me that's always wanted to do some kind of, like, very... I think this is an eel, probably. There's always wanted to do some kind of, like, complex prank on somebody, where I get, like, a bunch of people in on it to, like, make them think that something is true, when it's very much not true, but just to, like, get so many people to, like, tell them that it's true. Like if I got, like a dozen different people around to be like, alright, we're all going to agree that the weekend is on Tuesday, Wednesday, and try to convince this person that's the case. I get that urge sometimes, but then I realize that's not like a very funny prank. It's kind of mean-spirited more than anything. I mean, I just don't do pranks in general because, like, I think for a second I'm like, that'd be kind of funny. I don't really need to fish anymore here, I guess. I think for a second, and to myself, I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of funny. But then I'd also be like, if someone did that to me, I'd be kind of like, I mean, I'd laugh it off, but I'd also be like, you know, that was kind of messed up. My pie is gone, now I'm sad. Laisha, go buy another pie. It'll be okay, I promise. Might as well hit up the saloon here real quick. At least talk some people up. Get Blade on your side for the Stardew prank. Expert opinion. Imagine being in a position of power and changing some days around just to mess with the world for fun. It has been a while since we've had any changes to the calendar, any real big changes. Maybe we're due, you know, just like, not that there's anything wrong with the current calendar. In fact, it's probably the best that it's ever been in human history. But, you know, why not, like, change is good. Everyone always tells me change is good and change is inevitable. So let's just, like, add an 8th day to the week. Why not? I'm scrapping the change.org petition for Tuesday, Wednesday weekends in favor of my new day of the week. I'm going to call it Blunday. It's like Sunday, but more funny. What if you made a calendar the shape of the periodic table? It sounds so crazy, it just might work. Excuse me, Timby. Excuse me. Thank you, buddy. On the topic of like, cool timekeeping devices and principles, there was a, crab pots are available now. At the, like, gift shop I was talking about yesterday, or, because I went to, like, the science center yesterday. Spreading weeds, by the way, Pog. Yeah, I went to the science center yesterday with some friends, and at the gift shop there was a watch for sale but instead of like the hand moving around the watch, the face of the watch itself rotated and the hand just always pointed like straight up. It was very mesmerizing. Part of me really wanted to get it, but I also don't think I'd wear a watch. I always just have my phone on me to tell the time, so I don't really see the need for it. A deluxe fishing pole and some bait that you can attach to it? Thank you, Willie. I only have $3 though, so will this be enough? Let's strike a bargain, Willie. What can I do to get you to part with that deluxe fishing rod today? What's the luck looking like today? Just caught the crimson fish. Congrats, J Nuggets. That is a difficult fish to catch. That is absolutely not one of the easier legendary fish. That is well done. I'd say probably the third hardest legendary fish. They're all, I mean, yeah, I think that's right. I think the glacier fish and the legend are probably harder. But that's a great place to start. This stream will go for another 2 to 3 hours, right? Nah, probably only another like hour at the most, I would say. Unfortunately, the time flies so fast. I didn't realize that it had already been that long. All right, well, it's a bad luck day, so I'm not gonna go to the mines today, I don't think. What's the other spring crop? It's potato. Duh. It was literally sitting right there. All right, so this is spring crops bundle done. You know, I might as well bring like all this other stuff for some of these bundles as well. Actually, no. I really don't like to bring things when I can complete a bundle. I don't think I can complete any of these fish bundles either. I'm pretty close with some of them, but not quite there. I think I need seasonal fish from other seasons still. The crab pot bundle is pretty close. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got one other thing from a crab pot, then we'd be good. Either way, we'll just go with this for now. Now, if only I wasn't outshot by my friend who caught his within the first 2 days of summer. Hey, that's all right. A little friendly rivalry is good. You just got to beat him to the glacier fish, and you'll have bragging rights all day, every day. Or beat them to the glacier fish. No, you said him. You said his, so him, yeah. Presumably, anyway. Crab from the mines is the only one you can get without a crab pot. I mean, the other ones you can forage as well. But yeah, the crab from the mines is the sort of exception to the rule. You can't forage it, but you can get it from a monster drop. Either way, boom, bomb, bing, bang. This should unlock the boiler room, I think. A little speed grow in my life as well. Apparently you can animation cancel out of this cutscene. Does anyone know if this is true? Like, you can just start walking around in this cutscene if you do it right. Poggers. Alright. What is in the boiler room today? Blacksmith's bundle, not so tough. Adventurer's bundle, that's par for the course, except the 10 bone fragments I think is a remix bundle thing. We can also just go void or solar essence, which I already have. Void essence should be easy enough to get. I'm not too concerned with any of that. Engineer's bundle is a little spicy. That one might take a minute, but it should. We'll get there. We'll get there one way or the other. I will say getting iridium could be touchy because that's usually from Skull Cavern, and to get to Skull Cavern, we'd have to buy out the vault bundles for like 42,500 fiber, basically, which is most of the fiber we're gonna need for this challenge. So. Might be a little yikes on that one, but that's okay. I could actually complete the blacksmith's bundle right now, or like close to right now, I think, because I have a gold bar from that monster drop, and I already have enough iron and copper to smelt those, so I might as well do that. And then I'm not going to the mines today, so I'll probably just like call it an early day here. Smelt those, wait for them to smelt overnight, and then just go off and deliver that tomorrow. Could get lucky with Omni Geodes, that's also true. Omni Geodes and do Fire Geodes? Or Fire Geodes, Magma Geodes. Do they also have a chance to give Iridium ore? They might. I could also wait for Grandpa's statue of perfection. That's how we did in Frugal Farm. Okay. Let's grab some copper ores, 2 coal, some iron ore as well, gold bar, and send it. Your first gold bar was from the trash. I remember it vividly. I like that you're talking like an elderly person, like reminiscing on days gone by. Oh yes, I remember vividly. I didn't even put them in the furnace. What am I doing? I was so enraptured by the story of the gold bar. Super cucumber and fish pond. We did try that for a little bit on Frugal Farm. It took a little while to get our first iridium, but it did work out at the end of the day. Fish pond is still a little ways off though to begin with. Actually, you know, on these days where like luck is not at its best, maybe I could at least go farm some fiber just to make some money. There's that. I don't think okay, that completes that, but there's no money for it. I'm just gonna wait on this iron bar, honestly, just get it out of the way. I will also grab the anchor here, so I can deliver that, and then I think I'll bring... No, I think I'm good. I'll go do a little fiber farming today. It's an extra 5,000 fiber. It's technically not extra because we need to get a 5,000 fiber for the fish pond anyway, since we have the fish farmers bundle. You could also get iridium ore from fishing treasure, that's true. You can also get it from panning once we complete the fish tank. So there's a few ways to go about it. Also from mystic stones, right? Like in the quarry and stuff. Riveting content. I probably should have put this this iron in the furnace, you know, before I went to bed. That was the original plan. Thank you, okay. I just had to fill a little bit of air there. Just, you know, a quick 30 seconds of talk. I do also need to get in the habit now of watering Timbeed. Daily ritual activated. You can also buy it from the traveling cart. Yeah, but like, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence as to whether I want to use the traveling cart in this challenge or not. I haven't done so yet, and I'm leaning towards not using her because I feel like it would be more fun that way. Or at least more interesting because we've used the traveling cart in so many other challenges previously. And by that I mean 2 other challenges previously. But 2 out of 2 is 100%. We gotta mix it up a little bit, right? A 1 in 20 chance for magma geos. That's actually better than I would have thought. It might not be cost effective because it would require so much fiber. The traveling cart, that's very true too, but I mean, I think, honestly, you'd probably save money in the long run for most things with the traveling cart. That's why the traveling cart was so important for the price of perfection. Because to get some of those items that we bought from the traveling cart would cost a lot more to build, like, the buildings and get animals and stuff than it would for, than it would to just buy them from the traveling cart at the lowest price. Or at any price, really. Alright, Chef's Bundle is a little rough. I don't like the idea of having to get a truffle, because I'd need a deluxe barn and a pig, or to buy it from the traveling cart, which would, like I was saying just now, a great example. Thank you, Chef's Bundle. Thank you, Gus, and your strawberry cheesecake. Got a field research bundle, that's pretty nice. Fodder bundle. Home cooks bundle. 10 eggs, are you kidding me? 10 milk and 100 wheat flour. And the children's bundle. 10 salmon berries, I got you. Then we got an ancient doll, some ice cream, and some cookies. Shouldn't be that much of a problem. You hate the chef's bundle? The chef's bundle might be the most annoying bundle in the entire game. Don't know if that's a hot take or the coldest take this side of Antarctica, but... The monsters known as dust spirits. I mean, I just don't need the money. Thank you, though. I mean, I do need the money, but not that way. Not that dirty, illegal money. Egg. Anytime eggs get brought up. We need 10 eggs. Could you imagine if we had to get 10 eggs from the Feast of the Winter Star for the community center? I mean, I guess you get a dozen at a time from Marnie, so that's not so bad. You just need to hit one, but still, if we'd had to do that before the community center, that would have been a little rough. We're getting eggs the correct way. That's going to be the plan. We're going to actually buy a coop at some point, which is going to necessitate a lot of fiber. That's what I'm going to go do now. It's not a very good luck day. Not very, we're not Morbin today, as the cool kids say, right? I don't know. Morbin just feels like a synonym for so many things nowadays that you can just throw into any sentence and it makes sense. It makes sense because it makes no sense. Our luck is not Morbin today, so we're just gonna go Morb in the mines. Pigs in year 1 community center are painful. Very accurate. I guess, yeah, when you're doing like a year 1 community center run, you probably rely on the traveling cart for the truffle for exactly that reason, right? Living Hat is now on the table, by the way. We're taking the first big fiber grinding day in a little while. Living Hat is a potential. And what did we say? Like, it was like 65 or 67% of something of chat thought that we would get the Living Hat today. I think there's a pretty good chance that it happens here. Gotta go, but have a great stream. All right, thank you, Jinx. Thank you for tuning in. Happy to have you around. I appreciate it. You take care. I love that there's a chance that we will wait for the Winter Star Festival. Thumbs up if instead of getting eggs from the... like, getting a coop and getting chickens and everything for the eggs, do you think we should just wait for the Winter Star again? Thumbs down if no. Living Hat is the new cactus fruit. Thankfully, we at least don't need the Living Hat. It'll be a nice trophy to have, and we will get it eventually. We've got 2 thumbs ups in chat already. 3 thumbs ups. People want me to wait for the Winter Star again. Look, there's no chance it takes 100+ years of Winter Stars to get an egg 2 challenges in a row, right? Like, we'll probably get the egg on our first Winter Star anyway, so maybe it's just the way to go. Maybe it's the smart way to go. Save a little bit of money. Save a little bit of fiber grinding. Do not. With a capital N on the not. I mean, I probably won't, but if I happen to get eggs via the Feast of the Winter Star, then it's, you know, just a happy coincidence. The 25% profit margin run in the community center done on winter 21 of year 1. That's actually very impressive. Would have been sooner, but the seed maker turned my starfruit into mixed seeds. Oh no, Malehu. That's the most tragic story of all time. Rip run, you gotta do it again now. I mean, you could have technically, with the seed maker thing, you could have reset the day. But if you're in the habit of not resetting days for challenges, which I fully and totally respect, then that does suck. Oop. Alright, do you have an estimate for when your next real video will come out? Because I've heard quite a bit about your other projects, but don't have much. That's very true. I do have some other projects. I have a lot of pots on the stove, as it were. A lot of pans in the oven, which never made sense to me as a saying, because, like, you don't put pans in the oven, or at least I don't. That's beside the point, though. I digress. I think this one video that I've been working on for a little bit, I will probably be able to have it up sometime this month or next. if everything goes according to plan. I still have a little bit of stuff that I want to do to, like, to get to finalize, like, the recording of it, but then I have, like, the script I could think will take not too much time, and then the editing process. It won't be, like, a super crazy long video. It'll be long enough that it'll still take a while to put together, but I think y'all are gonna like it when it does come to pass. I know I've been very, you know, lackluster on the video front. Like, I haven't actually uploaded a proper video literally since the no level up challenge. And for that, I do apologize. Like, there's no great excuse for that, other than that I've been prioritizing streaming a lot. And I also just, you know, getting the energy and motivation to edit is not always the easiest thing in the world for me. But it's not an excuse, because there are, like, I do want to get these things out there, and like I said, I always have, when I actually sit down and do the editing and all the work for these bigger projects, I have a lot of fun doing it. It's just getting over that initial hump of starting doing it can be so hard. You know what I mean? It can be so, like, taxing on my brain. It takes, like, a massive amount of energy to get started, but once you have that momentum to carry on with it, then it's, it gets going real fast. But my problem is once I get the momentum going, I don't want to, like, lose that momentum, so I will focus on that to the detriment of everything else. I'll be in my editing bay, and I, like, won't talk to friends. I won't, you know, think about what streams I'm gonna do. I'll be just, like, solely and primarily focused on that. And that is a shortcoming of my own that I need to work on for sure. But I will say that, you know, like, the success I've found while streaming and doing these challenges, thanks to all of you, thanks, like, entirely to all of you, I never want to understate that y'all are the reason that I can keep doing this at such a consistent rate. But it makes me much more confident in, like, my ability to take time and work on these videos to make them the quality that I feel like you all deserve and that I want to produce for you. Like, I never want to throw out a video that's just haphazardly edited together. Not anymore. I want each video to be the best version of itself that it can be. And if that means taking months to work on these videos, then so be it. I think having the streams to sort of supplement the time in between those videos is helpful. It's not everyone's cup of tea, and I recognize that. That some people are much more inclined to just watch the videos, and some people are much more inclined to just watch the streams. And it's, you know, it's a hard balance to strike, but I will say that streaming as it is, I still put a lot of effort into it to make it as high production value as I can and make it a lot of fun for everyone involved. But it's a lot easier to put together than a full-length video. And I don't think that should be a surprise to anybody. You take pride in your work, that's why you're good to watch. Thank you, I appreciate that you see it that way. That said, it's still, like, kind of ridiculous the amount of time that has happened passed between, like, the last video and anything else that I want to post, so I do need to get better about it. But there you know, that's, I guess, more or less, that's the state of the channel address for this quarter. Thank you for all coming out, and, you know, don't forget to take your goodie bag on the way out. Is the Price of Perfection ever going to be a video? It will be, yes. It probably won't be for a while, because it's a huge undertaking to edit that monstrosity, but it will happen eventually, I promise. On the topic of goodie bags, though, chat, when was the last time you went to a party that had a goodie bag? I feel like goodie bags are exclusively from children's birthday parties, or from, like, extreme, like, 1% parties. Like, you hear about that sometimes, right, where, like, you know, people will go to, like, this, like, high echelon, high society party, and the goodie bags, like, everyone will get, like, a free Lamborghini or something. Which I don't know how you fit that in a bag, but I guess that's why I'm not invited to those parties. It has been a while for me. Like, I think it's literally been since, like, the last children's birthday party that I went to as a child. Which I think I've only been to one children's birthday party, not as a child, as like a friend of the parent. 25 here. Oh, happy to have you here. Sour? Is that how I say your name? There's a lot of vowels in there. I'm gonna hope that that's at least close. Happy to have you here. Thank you. Haven't been to a full-on party in a while because of COVID. That's also a valid point. I guess parties have kind of fallen off in the past few years, but they got to be making a comeback in a lot of parts of the world. Like, COVID is still a very real thing, but it's there are far fewer restrictions in place, at least where I'm at, than there used to be. Goodie bags? You mean the kid parties with the cheap kazoos? Exactly. Yo, kazoos though? I haven't thought about kazoos in so long. Oh my god, I kind of want one now. It might be the best instrument. Period. This is the sound they make. They go like a. That's my kazoo impersonation. Did you like it? The Kazoo Kid video? There's a Kazoo Kid video? I need to look that one up. I do like kids with like funny reactions to things. And that strikes me as it might be in that same echelon of video. Pretty good, thank you. Comb and waxed paper. Oh, that's an old trick, yeah. Little comb and wax paper harmonica. Actually, I take it back. I think harmonicas are a cooler instrument than kazoos, personally. And I will not elaborate on this further. I think it's just, you know, an objective fact at this point. Gasp. Do I have a kazoo on me right now? No, it was just my mouth. I just go like... I think that was a worse version of the kazoo than I did previously. My first impersonation or impression of something is always going to be my best, it seems. That's just my curse. That's like a perfect kazoo impersonation. No one in the world knows how to play a harmonica. You just blow air into it. That's how you play any instrument, just about it. Well, not like string instruments. Like, I don't think you're gonna have that much luck if you like take a guitar and try to blow air into it, unless you're like have like really strong lungs, like really strong. Piano. You also need strong lungs for that, but you could probably do it. Blowing air into my bass guitar. Drum. You could definitely, I mean, yeah, you could blow air on a drum and you could get some sound out of it for sure. It might not be the sound you're accustomed to, and it might not sound good, but it'll still make sound, and that's all an instrument has to do, right? As long as the instrument makes sound, then you're doing all right. It's a very unorthodox way of playing guitar. We're all about the unorthodox way of doing things around here. Do you see what I'm doing right now? I just spent the entire day farming fiber and made 178 gold. You think I'm in the habit of doing things the orthodox way? Heck no. We're all about that unorthodox lifestyle. And don't you forget it. You just got your 6th heart with Shane. Congratulations. What's Shane's six heart event? Is that the sad one? Or is it like where he's starting to recover from that? I can never keep Shane's heart event straight. I was in the kitchen, I heard the word kazoo and some weird noise. You just put 2 and 2 together. all of them are sad to a certain extent for sure, but I mean there's one that everyone knows that and everyone, you know, dreads. Because it's never an easy thing to see. Aren't they all sad ones? I mean the one where he's got like the blue chicken, that's like he seems pretty happy in that one. What do I have, a furnace on me? Oh, I got it from completing the blacksmith's bundle, right? I'm gonna throw that up there for right now. The most cursed furnace placement of all time. Alright, off to bed. I just skipped that one? That's fair. Yeah. I think it's probably one that a lot of people skip, to be real with you. Another bad luck day, huh? You hate to see it? Oh, it's the flower dance? I got 3 hearts with Haley. I don't think there's a chance that I can get 4 hearts with Haley before the flower dance, because I haven't talked to her or given her like any gifts at all lately. I can do my best though. I'll put my best foot forward here. Do I have a gold like a gold quality? I don't have a gold quality daffodil. Is there anything that Haley would like that, like, she's not gonna like any of these fish, I'll tell you that. Why do I what's this chest for? I think that one's supposed to be for crops, but I just like messed it up. That's the way I usually do with my yellow chests. Go find one real quick. I'll go find a gold daffodil. If not, we'll have to settle for this silver daffodil. I'll also put this over in that chest. Alright, silver quality daffodil. Just in case, let me water everything I need to water here. Double ancient fruits. Get that as well. You know what? You take a little bit as well, my fine fibrous friend. Give her a prismatic shard. It'll never work. I'll never do it again. And by again, I mean I never did it, period, because we don't talk about that incident. Alright, we're going on a hunt for daffodils, everybody. Buckle up. Daffodil? Daffodil spotted. Gold qual- that was easy. Wow, okay. Alright. Well, I think we haven't seen her 2-heart event either, so we can get a little bit of friendship points from that one. And then maybe, I still don't think it's gonna be enough to hit 4 hearts in time for the flower dance, but there's a slim chance. Yo, double gold quality daffodils? Can I give her both at once? Imagine if that's how it works, if you could give like a whole stack of a gift to somebody. It's okay, I'll just give this other one to Jody. If you give a higher quality version of a hated gift to somebody, does that lose you more friendship points than like a regular quality version? Because that sounds like really funny to me if that is how it works. Like, could you imagine, like, you give someone like a really nice quality flower, like just a beautiful version of a flower, and they hate it more because it's so beautiful? Like, they're just so vehemently against the idea of a daffodil that to see it in its perfect incarnation as like an iridium quality daffodil, they're like, ugh, get this out of my face, and they just like throw it to the ground and stomp on it. Whereas if you give them like just a regular quality daffodil, then they're like less offended. I kind of love that idea. You don't think that's how it works? It should be though. Alright, time for some... Oh wait, hold on, are we buffering? My thing was buffering for a second, but I think we're alright for the most part. Alright, this is, I'm feeling in the moods. This is the rare chance where I'm gonna voice act the cutscene in Stardew Valley. Get ready for it, it's gonna be painful.
I always clean under the cushions. It's your turn this week. You're being childish, Haley. I do the vast majority of work in this house, and you know it.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, it's that new girl from the farm.
She has a name, you know. I don't know what my Emily voice is going, so it's kind of all over the place.
Hey, I bet you'll understand my point of view here. Like, oh my god. I'm really sorry to involve you in this, Chloe. Haley is complaining because I asked her to clean under the cushions. It's only because I cleaned them last week. Why not have this be your one weekly job? You know, it's fine. Is this how you voice act your waifu? Emily has a calm hippie voice for sure. All right, you win. I guess this can be my job every week. Then there won't be any reason to argue over it. Thanks, Chloe. That was a great solution.
Beautiful. Let's never talk about that again. All right. Hello, Haley. Here you go. Is that 4 hearts? That's only 3 hearts. But you can talk to her? Could you imagine if the talking had done it? If talking to Haley had pushed us over that 4 heart mark? It's alright. Part of me was hoping there was some weird fluke that would activate the 4 heart event if I just went back in, but that was odd. That's why we're never talking of it again. When am I gonna do a voice an English dub anime character? Hey, like I said, my DMs are open. Does anyone know Penny's Sunday schedule? I should, because I really like Penny, but I do not, I'm afraid. The wiki's definitely got you covered on that one, though. Alright, a little trash. And let's go farm some fiber, shall we? Check for a quest. You know what? As a nice Hail Mary, Karita, I will check for a quest on the bulletin board from Haley. Maybe she really needs some clay right now, or a Joja Cola. I just did voice acting for an anime, an English dub for an anime character. I mean, no cap, a Stardew Valley anime sounds like a good time to me. No quests, unfortunately. Hello, George. Looks like another gloomy day. All right. This is why you don't have any friends, George. I mean, I hate to say it, but someone's got to. We're all about that exclamation point optimism around here, and George is not fulfilling that vibe. It's a nice spring day. It's probably not even that hot out. Even if you don't like the sun, you know, just... Although, you know what, to be fair to George, if I was going to the doctor, I'd probably be like in kind of a bad mood too. Always got to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Penny is the sad one, right? Excuse me, just because it's true doesn't mean you can say it. Technically, you can find Haley tomorrow at 12:30 leaving her house for another gift, and we'll still have time to get to the flower dance. Sahirva, you're a genius. There might still be a chance. Could we salvage the 4 hearts yet? I still don't think so. I still think we're a little ways off from our next heart with Haley. But I'm willing to do everything in my power now that I remember the flower dance is a thing to try it. I always get anxious going to the doctor. I think that's pretty common. Does anyone get excited to go to the doctor? Like, yes, I can't wait to sit in a waiting room for the next 45 minutes to 3 hours. For a 5-minute appointment. I wish, like, you could, like, if you call for a doctor's appointment ahead of time, you could get, like, a ticket number. And then they just go off that ticket number and, like, call you in when, like, I don't know. You could get, like, VIP priority when you call for your doctor's appointment. And they'll tell you, like, here's when your appointment is, but here's when you should actually show up so that your number gets called, like, right when you arrive. Could be, I just think doctors' offices could be much more efficient. Not that I know a whole lot about what goes on behind the scenes at doctors' offices and hospitals and that sort of thing, so maybe take my advice with a grain of salt. I'm just saying, I think there's a seed of a good idea in there. How is there that big patch of fiber and I got literally 3 pieces of fiber out of it? I was so cursed. My birthday is really annoying to schedule, so I'm relieved, but I wouldn't say excited. I get very nervous around my birthday, honestly. I don't like being the center of attention, and people... Around, like, my birthday and Christmas, honestly, people will be asking me, like, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for your birthday? Like, give me some ideas for gifts. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't need anything. Like, buy me, like, clothes or something, because I don't buy enough clothes for myself. I just rely on the other, like, gifts and stuff from people to have a sustainable wardrobe. But people always want to buy you something, and I get that because I also like buying gifts for people. It's awesome to see them like open it up, and then there's like a you know, like a 40% chance that they'll actually have like a genuinely excited reaction. You can maybe heighten that if you happen to know them very well. Like seeing someone's face light up when you give them a gift that they like, it's a great feeling. And I wouldn't want to deprive anyone of that. That said, I just, like, don't ever want a gift. Like, I'd rather people just give me, like money at Christmas or something so that I can pay my bills. Or buy whatever I want. Attention, Argon community, we are going to buy this man a suit for his birthday. Do not do that. I will never wear it. I'll wear it once for a photo op that you'll never get to see. Or at least, I mean, you'll maybe get to see it, except not my face part. That would be a weird photo, though. There's like a headless man in a suit. People always give you gift cards. Gift cards are a go-to gift, honestly. As long as you give me a gift card to a place that I'm liable to shop at some point in my life. Like, I probably would not be that excited for an Adidas gift card, but if you give me, like, a Steam gift card, then hell yeah. Can give you a happy birthday Blade t-shirt for my birthday. That sounds perfect. That sounds like the kind of gift I could get behind. Happy birthday, Blade. The legacy of Congrats, Blade will never die. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy that in that Stardew Jeopardy that Blade actually didn't end up winning, because that makes it so much funnier. Like, it could have still been, like, a cute little joke if Blade had won, and I'd been like, oh, I prepared this ahead of time, and then everyone would be like, oh, well, of course Blade was gonna win. But the fact that Charlie won instead made it, like, 10,000 times better. It was so funny. I'm always funniest when I'm trying not to be funny. Like, if I actually go out of my way to try and tell a joke or say something that is, like, ironic and funny in some way, probably not gonna turn out so well. Just when you're least expecting it. When your guard is down, and when my guard is down, and I'm not trying to prepare anything funny, that's when the real magic happens. It was amazing by how much Charlie won. She really knew her foods, what can I say? And I put maybe a few too many food-related questions outside of the food category. I've learned my lesson. It was my first game show host opportunity, other than the Kahoot and stuff during the Price of Perfection finale. Gotta cut me some slack. You got to that stream just in time for that moment, and it was worth it. It was really good. You started taking risks to close the gap and it didn't work? Yeah, but I mean, I at least respect that you were taking the risks to begin with. Welcome, by the way, Blade. Congrats, Blade. Everyone say congrats, Blade. When is my birthday? It is December 26th, the day after Christmas. I'm a Boxing Day baby. Which might sound strange if you don't celebrate Boxing Day in your country, but... which I think is like every country except Canada. Is Boxing Day an exclusively Canadian holiday? I don't even want to call it a holiday. It's just kind of like a named day. But I don't really, like, celebrate it other than the fact that it's my birthday. Boxing Day is a UK thing, too? That makes sense. Canada is basically just an extension of Europe. I like to think of myself as, you know, pretty much an honorary European citizen because we have the Queen on our money. And we spell, like, color with a U in it. I think that's all you need to be European. I genuinely thought that Boxing Day was about boxing. I mean, it's a fair assumption, and for a kid, I also thought it was about boxing. Like, the sport. But it's definitely not. I don't really know where the phrase Boxing Day actually comes from. But the way it gets celebrated usually is just by having, like, a Boxing Day sales. To, like, clear out all the old Christmas stuff, or, like, for people who, like, want to return whatever they got for Christmas and then spend it on other stuff. And lately, it's not even Boxing Day. Like, everywhere you go, it's just gonna be a Boxing Week sale, because one day is, like, people are too busy. They don't have that kind of time in their schedule to, like, go out specifically the day after Christmas to get these amazing deals. You gotta extend it to a whole week, which is, you know, very nice. But the sales are probably also not as good, if I had to guess. I don't know, I don't really go shopping on, like, days like that because the crowds would overwhelm me. It's not about the sport. Today I learned. The wiki says that these regular gem nodes that I just mined up have a chance to give a prismatic shard. Is that true? I've never seen that and never heard of that happening to anyone, but it's on the wiki. It doesn't list like a percentage chance, but it is there. It's like if you go to the wiki page for like gem node, it's on there. What are the odds of it? It is true, yes. It can't be the same odds as any other gemstone. That, I mean, obviously, it wouldn't make any sense, but it has to be, like, really low odds. It happened to you last week. I mean, it is technically a gem, yes. I don't dispute that. I don't dispute the fact that, like, its existence in a gem node from a lore standpoint makes sense. Even chance of all gems, including prismatic shards. That seems so wrong, because I've never gotten a prismatic shard from one of those things, but maybe I just don't... Maybe they're just not that common. I don't know. I feel like they're pretty common. The Mystic Stone, not Gem Node? No, but on the page for the Gem Node, like the basic Gem Node, I know the difference between a Mystic Stone and a Gem Node. But on the page for the Gem Node, it lists the Prismatic Shard. I don't know if that's a miscommunication on my part. From a purple node? No Prizzies from in a purple node. Let me see. Did I misread the wiki? Gem Node. Gem Node. Hold on a second. Okay. You see this. I'm on the wiki here. I'm on the wiki. And you got Gem Node, Amethyst, Aquamarine, Diamond, Emerald, Jade, Prismatic Shard, Ruby, or Topaz. Is this incorrect? Does the wiki need to be updated? Have I finally found something on the wiki that I can correct? Because that always seemed so wrong to me, but I'm like, it's on the wiki. It's like gospel, right? Everyone's just stun-locked. Everyone's so stun-locked by this revelation. Today I learned. You'll double-check the code. Thank you, Blade, our man in the code. I thought you can have a Prismatic Shard from gem nodes after reaching level 120. I mean, it does not specify that on the wiki. But maybe that's some kind of extra scrupulous detail. You're 95% sure. I'm also fairly confident that you couldn't get it from a gem node, but when I saw that on the wiki, I was like, aw? Argon destroys Stardew Valley. One little discovery at a time. Oh my gosh, it's already 10:50 p.m. What the heck? You thought you got one last week, but you don't know? Possible Mandela effect. It could be it could be that you just got it from a Mystic Stone and mistook it, but if you got it from a regular gem node, I'm inclined to like believe you until proven otherwise by the code. If you look on the wiki under Prismatic Shard, it doesn't mention the gem node as a source. That makes me think that it might just be a relic from something that used to be believed and then was disproven, but no one ever updated that page because it's not a page that a lot of people visit on the wiki. But I have a vacation home on the wiki, so it's, you know, I was bound to discover something like that eventually, I guess. Either way, we're gonna learn something new today. Once Blade dives through the code. Appreciate it, by the way, Blade. Thank you. I mean, he could troll us. He could be like, I'm looking through the code, and then just leave. I could not stop him from doing that. Chat is being slow. I'm just vibing, honestly. I like a slow chat every now and again. Kind of a lackadaisical energy. It's nice to just be able to read like every single message and, you know, get caught up with all you guys. I'm assuming we got a lot of lurkers in here anyway. Can I get some 7s from my lurkers? Any lurkers near 7s? Are you playing Stardew Valley yourself? Are you doing some kind of... Are you working from home? Are you doing... Are you composing a symphony? Are you cooking? Are you cleaning? Are you exercising? Welcome, Simber, Mental Quorum, Quantum Feet, hold on, Spreading Weeds, yes. Blaze Emerald, Katie Mead, Zipporah, Sand and Snow, Takun. I knew we had a lot of lurkers in here. Look at this. Kiki, Van Xbox with the 3.5. I see you. Willow, Offon, Cat. Got some 3.5s in here as well. 07 from Blue Skidoo. How about you? Pepe 6912. Nice. Blade Laser. Benny, thank you to all my lurkers. Goat, Knock Mazachowski, playing Stardew, heck yeah. Making peach tart slash lurking. Peach tart sounds absolutely delectable. I'm not gonna lie. Was lurking until the gem nodes. You had to come give your anecdotal evidence of prismatic shards from gem nodes, which I respect, honestly. I already know how to cook radish salad. How about that? Okay, today is the flower dance. I still have a chance. Like we were saying, if Haley leaves her house at 12:30, then I can give her this daffodil, and maybe there's still a chance to get her to 4 hearts before the flower dance here. It's a snowball's chance. In heck. But a chance nevertheless. Trying to multitask, but it's not going great. Don't let me distract you. Alright. Appreciate all the lurkers, by the way. Lifeblood of the stream. Greatly appreciate it. Blade was the very first mod. I don't think that's true. I think Noel was the very first mod. If I'm remembering the timeline of events correctly, but I could be wrong. Yo, we have more than half a stack of fiber. That's pretty cool. We're closing in on our first stack of fiber. I don't know if we'll get there this stream, because I'm probably only going to go for like another 15 to 20 minutes or so. But that is still cool to see. It's nice to just see, you know, progress in general. I gave him a field promotion to help with spam bots. I do remember that, yeah. Technically, Argon was the first mod. r/technically the truth. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead. If I need to wait for 12:30 anyway, let's go do a little bit of fiber farming in the mines, and I do mean like a little bit. Sorry, Tim Beeb, your water's gonna have to wait for a little while. I've got some fiber to farm. Use this powers to time out like half the stream. Good times, the Wild West of streaming. I mean, we're still in the Wild West of streaming to a certain extent. At least as far as like my streams go. I'm here for it. Am I only gonna sell it by the stack? Not necessarily. I mean, look, I'll sell it as I need it, but most of the stuff that we need is gonna cost more than 1,000 gold anyway. So it just kind of makes sense to save it up for the time being. Nightbot was also an early source of evil. I forgot about Nightbot's like villain arc at the start, where it was just like timing out. I don't even remember what Nightbot was doing, honestly. Was it just like timing out people? Oh, I think I had like a filter for Nightbot to like help filter out like swear words and stuff, but it was catching a bunch of other stuff and like needlessly silencing people. The flower dance has begun in the forest. Ooh. Oh yeah, it was catching emote spam. When like emote spam was like not needed to be caught. It would see like 2 emotes back to back and be like, hey, cut that out. We don't like to have fun around here. Yeah, it was really sensitive for spam. That was honestly mostly my fault. I just had to tweak Nightbot's settings to get it to a more friendly disposition. But I think we've reached a nice equilibrium with Nightbot. Nightbot's pretty chill these days. Aren't you, Nightbot? Exclamation point Haley. Exclamation point Haley is basically Nightbot's voice. They're kind of one and the same. Like, if I could rename Nightbot to Haley-bot, I probably would. But I don't think you can, like, specifically nickname Nightbot for your channel. A little too much effort to get that fiber. Alright, it's 10 a.m. I've got 30 fiber. You know, that's a decently productive morning. I'm going to make my way down so I don't miss Haley as she's coming out of her home. Getting the perfect tan is an art form. Nightbot, you are not able to tan. What are you talking about? Haley can tan. That's fair. I wonder if I could get a tan if I went to a tanning salon. I've never had like a natural tan, and I probably never would go to a tanning salon because I just like literally don't really care about getting a tan. Nothing is posted today. But I wonder if that would work for my delicate ginger skin. Alright, so I can't enter her house because, yeah, it's Flower Dance, but her schedule will still bring her out on time. Like it is for Jody and Sam, their case end point, or case in point. Does it save on the cell screen? It saves, the game saves just after the cell screen. So after you like check and see how much money you made for that day, that's when the game auto-saves. I have ginger skin. I mean, I'm a ginger and I have skin, so by the transitive property. I don't really have freckles anymore, though. I had a lot of freckles as a child, but I've lost them into adulthood. Is this creepy? Am I creepy right now? Is this creepy or romantic, chat? You be the judge. She'll be out here any second. Hello, Alex. What are you doing? What the heck's Alex doing here? Is he going to visit Haley? Wait, no, go away. What the heck? What are they doing in there? Haley! Open up! It's locked! I've never seen Alex go into that house before. What? I'm so concerned. They should be at the flower dance anyway. What is going on? Haley, please. A pine cone. Alex has the key to the town. I just gotta go to the flower dance, I guess. If she's not coming out. All right. Rip me, I guess. Alex the Giga Chad. I didn't realize he ever went to Haley's house. I feel like I've never seen anyone in there except for Haley and Emily, obviously. I wonder if Emily would dance with me. Oh, this is gonna be sad. This is gonna be a sad story. I think this is the first flower dance that we've ever gone to that we won't be able to dance with anybody at. It's gonna be, you know, I mean, it's a pretty common thing for most Stardew players. I don't think most, like, just casual Stardew players end up getting 4 hearts with anybody before the first flower dance. Unless you're, like, really going out of your way to do it. Someday I'm gonna be Flower Queen, not if Haley has anything to say about it. Now we're banished to the Clint Corner. I don't even want to. I almost don't even want to talk to her. But it is, yo, what if? Because don't you get friendship points for talking to people at this festival? Chat, what if I talk to her and get the friendship points to go over 4 hearts right now? Don't I get friendship points? Like I got like a few friendship points right there. There's a chance. There's still a small chance. There's still the world's smallest chance. Come on, please. Universe, if you are benevolent and kind. She's been Flower Queen for the past 5 years. Please, don't break my heart like this. Can we get some Argon love in chat, or heart emoji spam if you don't have Argon love? We need all the exclamation point optimism. That's a good one too. I need your energy right now, chat. I need your energy. Please. Hello, Holly Johnson, by the way. I need the hearts. Just all the hearts. The hearts and the Argon love. Optimism. We're going in. There's a chance. Please. Please. Haley, would you like to dance with me at this flower dance? I want to go home. I want to go home. Let me leave. Can I just leave, please? I just want to go home. Go home and go to bed. Please. Just let me, like, why can't I swim in this stupid game? Please. Alright. Oh, why is the flower dance like the one festival you can't leave beforehand? You're really gonna make me sit through this, huh? Can't even leave. Haley, please. I just keep asking. Eventually, persistence. Persistence is an important quality to have. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. This is a secret Easter egg. If you ask them 10,000 times in a row, they will say yes because they'll feel so sad for you. Imagine though, like, if every time you ask them, like, you lose 50 friendship points. Chat, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. Okay, now it's creepy? Alright, well. Now that you said it's creepy, we'll just start. She said no. Okay, no means no. That's fair. It's a valid lesson to learn. You know what it is? Alex just beat me to the punch. He went over to Haley's house before the flower dance even started and asked her beforehand. So that's why she was like, she had to keep up... Oh, hold on, I'm just closing my window. She had to keep up appearances and say, you know. But don't worry, we're getting through to her eventually. Persistence is not a virtue in this context. It's an excellent point. That was fun, Chloe said as she sobbed into her into her overalls. All right. Well, I hate to end things on such a depressing note, but I do think that I'm probably going to go ahead and call the stream there. Like I said, I've got some other things to focus on today, and I will water Timby before anything else, though. Because I do remember I forgot to do that, and at least, you know, at least we can end this off with some happiness. There you go. At least Timby gets watered. Don't give up, you never know what you're going to find. I mean, it's an important value to know when to give up eventually, too. That's also an important trait that I've yet to internalize. Alright. That was fun. We actually literally made 0 money. I mean, we technically made money. We have, like, how much fiber here? 559 fiber. Plus, like, the stuff that I've already shipped previously and all that stuff. Oh god, it's gonna be so hard to keep track of like how much fiber I've actually gotten. Actually, you know what? It won't be so bad because I can just like look at at the start of the stream versus the end of the stream and see. Although that's that, I'll figure it out. Don't worry. I'll do the math and hopefully it'll be somewhat close to correct. Either way, thank you all so much for tuning in for this this Fibrous farm endeavor. I'll probably do a couple more Fibrous Farm streams next week as well. And then maybe throw in, you know, one little variety speedrun-esque stream there. We'll figure out something else just to mix things up. Until then, though, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's been a fun time. I will send you off with the usual fan art compilation. Chloe sends you her love. Take care of each other. Be good. And I will see you all on probably Monday. I think Monday will be the next stream. Until then, though, this is going to be Argon Matrix, signing out. Thank you and have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.